are live. Honestly, this is the whole point of this. Queen in the building. Queen is in said building.
Queen, what's happening?
Queen, you are our first official person in the stream. We love Jonathan. Hello. How we doing? What's good? He can't stay headed to at what? Second. Oh, your second movie. Okay. But wanted to stop in and support. Thank you.
Appreciate
Queen
it.
always on time.
I'm all over the place. Hell yeah, she not playing. I love it.
She said, Queen
And I love
always
it.
on time. I love it. Jonathan, thank you so much for stopping in. Enjoy your JJK movie because I know that's what you're going to. Enjoy. Lady Serenity
in the
building, and also in the same vicinity as King. Let's also just put that out.
Wait, what you mean? Nah, gang. I done moved out.
Oh, okay.
I live in the living room now.
Oh, dang. Oh.
Nah, I'm playing.
Ooh, times got hard.
Man, look, for y'all that don't know, Lady Serenity is my wife, the love of my life, the mother of my children.
I know that's right. The love of his life. I know that's right.
Hell yeah.
That is a beautiful, beautiful thing. You all you're lucky. I'm not going to lie to all of you. You are lucky because actually you didn't get to see the starting screen because, BGM is an amateur.
He's a pro amateur.
He's an amateur at this stuff. But it is what it is. You do what you gotta do.
Your wife, I knew it. Yeah, Queen, that is my wife. Absolutely, yeah.
Yes.
Lady.
Yes. So, everyone, before we even start this lovely stream that we are both extremely excited about, so we are so thankful that all of you are here. We truly are. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna let Pope, aka King, do our lovely intro for our stream. Take it away, good sir.
First of all, I'd like to say shout out to everyone that followed before this first episode. Welcome to the Power Up Here podcast. Okay, the place where we're going to be discussing anime, comics, and games. Okay, two good guys hanging out. Myself, Pope King X, and the one and only BGM. We are in the building. Guys, welcome to the first episode of Power Pure Podcast. And we're about to get right into it. All right? Stick around, guys. Stick around.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Couldn't have said it better myself. I couldn't have said it better myself. Well, everyone, again, to double down on what our other host, King, said, welcome to the Power Up Pair podcast. Our first topic today, everybody, and please, you know what? Let's switch it up. Since I see we got Queen in here, since I see we got Lady Serenity in here, and now since I see we got Lowly! Sir Deku?
Sir.
Good?
Sir Deco. We gotta get it right, man. Sir Deco in the building.
Ooh, sir, make sure you correct me when I say shit wrong, okay? Make sure you correct me, damn it. All right, I need to be corrected. Okay, so y'all make sure y'all correct me. Since I see that we got a lot of people in here who are some streamers, some of us who are not, but soon to be. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start off with the gaming topic. Let's start. What do you think about that, Pope? You think we should start off with the gaming topic, good sir?
Let's load it up and let it rock, man.
Let's load it up. Let's let it rock. I love it. So our first gaming topic, everyone, is why do, and please, if you love anime, I think you're gonna really want to be involved in this conversation. Why do anime games fall off in today's gaming society?
Yes.
Why do anime games fall off in today's gaming society? Pope, what's on your mind, sir? What's on your mind?
Ooh, when we think about this topic, right, for a second, or when I think about this topic for a second, the first game that comes to my mind is one that we actually played together, was the My Hero Academia game, right? I think I said that wrong.
Oh, yeah, the My Hero Academia? Yeah, I know it's one. Academia. That's what you're talking about.
Now, I spent, I think, a grand total of 3 months on it, and I believe after that, it kind of started dying down. It was huge in the beginning because it was a group game, a team of 3. They definitely tried to copy the anime as much as they possibly could, but there were so much unbalanced characters, right? You had some characters that were just completely overpowered, other characters that should have been overpowered, but they were definitely not delivering. I think one of the biggest things about the anime games that don't make it, it's because they try a little bit too hard to replicate that actual anime, right? So you have what's his name? All Might, right? For an example, when All Might first dropped in that game, he was devastating, okay? And then they nerfed him. Why would you nerf legitimately one of the strongest characters in the anime, right? And they attributed it to trying to balance the game, which I think they did a great effort. They did, but I think that ultimately led to the downfall of that game. And I think that's one of the main factors that leads to a lot of anime games that don't make it. Now, we can also throw in Xenoverse, right? Xenoverse 1, and then you had the follow-up Xenoverse 2. It's actually still pumping. There's still content that they're bringing out for that game, for both of those games, actually. And, I want to say that they're pulling from the whole dimension, right, of Dragon Ball Z. Going to these different universes, and they're fighting these stronger beings and things of that sort. So I think one of the reasons is that it's too much balancing with the powers, and sometimes it's just not enough content, to be honest with you. What do you think, B? Those are my initial thoughts on it.
Pardon me, life was actually, I did miss some of your statement, apologize. But honestly, with a game like the My Hero, not My Hero's One's Justice, Rumble, My Hero Rumble, Battle Arena, something like that. When you got a game like that, I understand the reasoning for balancing everything, but if you are going to try to make it as realistic as exactly what I think stating is, you have to make sure, hey, all right, this character, All Might, for example, we'll continue on with All Might. All Might got to be powerful as that's one of the things. But again, if you are making it as accurate to the anime, then one thing that you need to do in that game is you need to, All Might has his buff form, but then after a set amount of time, he debuffs. He goes down. He's not as strong as he was anymore. That's accurate to the anime. I get it. People want to play with All Might and they want to just enjoy All Might in his glory. But that's not the All Might.
Hello,
Thanks, man.
monkeys.
Oh, I unfollowed him too on Twitch. Holy
Uh,
shit.
um, hello everyone. Welcome in to the Power Up Pair podcast. Hope you all are having a great day. We are going to. I want you all to know something before we get started with our lovely podcast. I I was doing some tweaking and I found sounds. The first one that you all should have heard was
Hello, monkeys.
I hope that you all were able to hear that. If you didn't, don't worry. I'm a tweak more. I will tweak more. Uh, BGM got his hair out and Pope on the camera.
Yo, and chill out, bro. Chill out, Donovan. Chill out, Donovan. Chill out, Donovan. Dude, why you be coming for people life orbs like that, Donovan? That's diabolical. Just straight to the jugular, bro. Like
He
he does
said
not
life
hear.
orbs. He said life orbs. It could have been Yu-Gi-Oh! Life points.
Listen, my health bar just depleted by like 25% just now. Like, feel like I'm getting beat on and like damn sparking zero right now. Like,
Oh no!
what?
And then if y'all actually notice, like you can see his microphone, so he's feeling some type. Here we go.
Monkeys.
Also, but let me know if you can hear. I'm gonna play the sound one more time, and let me know if you can hear the sound. If you can't, again, I'm gonna have to do some tweaking, but you should be able to hear it. I'm gonna play the sound one more time. That just lets me know whether or not these sounds are actually working. So,
and y'all don't mind me. I'm eating dinner right now.
I have nothing to say. But
I'm feeling myself, Queen.
you all might not even been able to hear it because he started talking over it, because he got a big mouth full of food. But I'm gonna play it one more time.
Hello, monkeys.
Okay, so Queen, you said it's low. And it might just be that one, because I bet if I play this one, you all will probably hear it. I heard it the first time. Okay, good. All right, good. Long as y'all heard it, then I'm not gonna play no more. The rest will be surprises.
Deco in the building.
Yes, let's give everybody their shout out. So let's shout out Donathan, FBGM Tiana, Lowly. We got Queen in here. We got Sir Deco in here. Y'all, man, listen, y'all don't understand what y'all do. Like how y'all make us feel with this. We were talking about it literally just before everything started. You know what, fat ass? Never mind. Y'all don't understand how y'all truly make us feel with this because of the fact. Okay, and I was wondering if that was working, Queen. I have it set up, but for some reason they're not going through properly. So I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna try to tweak it. I can attempt to while I have this up, but yeah, but you all, like I said, you all don't understand how you honestly make us feel with this. We are very appreciative of you all so much. Like, we were having a very quick conversation about it before we even started, just seeing how many of you all were already here, showing us love. So, again, thank you, thank you, thank you. Much appreciated. We really do appreciate you, like, wholeheartedly. I will tell you this, King is going to have to stop in a second to get ready to do our introduction. Yeah, oh Lord. Okay. Well, he's already doing his, so I guess I should do mine. If you all have not noticed, we are affiliates. We have been affiliate for a little while, but we had to work some things off in the background. And so now you have channel points. There is actually challenges that I made for our channel. One is a chat driven stream. So please, when you all get the chance, put some lovely points into that so that way we can have a chat driven stream. And then the next one is actually a movie night, for us to do a movie night for either anime, comic books, or video games. What? Why are you shaking your head? Why you stuffing your face? I was stuffing my face before,
Nah,
and literally, and now he called me a big back. I just want y'all to know. And now he the big back, stuffing his face on camera. See, I wasn't going to chew in front of y'all all disrespectfully, but it's okay. You know,
we all supposed to be family in here, man. Why am I being judged? I feel like I'm being judged. This is crazy right now. Brother can't eat a salad. You know what, man? Turn my camera off. I'm done with y'all for the day. Brother can't have a
Only
healthy.
person judging you.
Can't have a. You know what, man?
I guess that's worse, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess that's worse.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, we also have some emotes, guys. If y'all have not seen our emotes, please use our emotes. We have some nice, cool, fun-looking emotes. Burger is crazy. Who eating a burger? Are you eating?
Well, yeah,
you eating a salad?
Mom, girl, I'm eating a whole salad with tomatoes, cucumbers, spinach, some lettuce, and chicken in here.
Which I ain't gonna sit here and hold you. That sounds good.
It look good, smell good, taste good. It is good.
It's
Stop
just
playing.
good. I know that's right.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Sir Deco, for using our just putting our emotes in the chat. Appreciate that. If you all decide to sub to our channel, you will get tier 1 emotes. Just so you all know, there are going to be some different emotes for subbing to the channel. There's no pressure. We are not asking or okay, hold on.
Sub, I'm gonna have my big sister beat you up.
There you go. I am not asking you all to sub. This is exactly why this is exactly why I changed up what I said, because I just knew that there was about to be a problem. So, I'm not asking for you all to sub. I appreciate you all as always. And I know Pope does too. But
no, I love y'all, man. I love you guys. Each and every one of you guys. I love you guys.
But
you're the food, Sir King. Nope.
And then still chewing on screen is diabolical. Oh, that was too funny. Sup, bitches. I'm going through a storm. My side is kind of glitchy. That's okay, because I heard Pope threaten me. wait, Loli, wait. I'll bite her ankles.
Nah, the aggression is crazy. Lodi came in here full 100 aggression ready. I don't even got an older sister, so I'm just bullshitting.
Right. I do, and that's the funny part. I don't even talk to her. But yeah, so you all have channel points, you all have emotes. If you all decide to donate, thank you so much. There is no pressure on donations, but we would appreciate it if you do. Everything that you donate will just be put. Oh, that's actually, speaking of, we take donations. That is all set up. If you all want to do something like that, everything that you would donate will be put right back into our stream for us to make this stream even better experience for all of you. So yes, you all, this is for you guys. This is not truly for us. We enjoy doing it, but this is for you all because you all show up every Thursday. So enjoy the channel points, enjoy the emotes, and please when you get enough points, put some points into those challenges. Like I said, we got 2 challenges, one for a movie night, one for a chat driven stream. Okay, so before sub or box, and Lowly made it. Yep.
Oh shit.
Yep. But let me Sir Deco, thank you so much. I know, Sadiqa, you don't got enough points. I know you don't. We just got the stuff started today. I know you don't got enough points. Don't use all your points up, man. But we appreciate you. Much love. Much love. Much love. But before we get started, I need you all to understand something. Coming up is about to be our lovely intro to the stream from our one and only King.
I appreciate you, B. I appreciate you, B. Listen, man, all I want to say is I appreciate everybody being here from my first episode to this episode. It has been a great journey so far. For everyone that showed up, that has helped us achieve affiliate, I want to say personally, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I know, and I can also speak on behalf of B. Thank you guys so much. We love you guys. We love you guys. We love you guys. And of course, without further ado, welcome to the fourth episode of the Power Pair Podcast with my homeboy BGM, aka Black Gaming Man, the one and only, the only one. And of course, yours truly, Pope King X, aka the King, baby. All right, if you guys into video games, comics, and anime, this is the place. We got good vibes, we got good energy, we got great conversation. So let's get right into it, man. Yeah.
Jonathan, don't act like you ain't like that. You enjoyed that sound before King came on. Well, since you doing that, Jonathan, I mean,
You crying?
you crying? Do I need to one more time? One more time? Okay.
You crying?
Okay. So everyone, as Pope always does, a fantastic job in introducing our stream. We appreciate you as always. I just will double back on what he said. We have our 3 topics today in our video game, anime, and comic books categories, and then a bonus topic for you as always. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get started. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Do this. Do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Do this. Do this. Let's do this. Let's do this.
I thought we were still going, gang. You done left me out here
I ain't
jigging by
nothing.
myself.
Oh look, Queen Lowly, they dancing. Dancing. All right, so our first topic is going to be, of course, in the anime category. It is, in your opinion, because it's, of course, everybody's opinion, what is the best anime movie? In your opinion, the best anime movie. While Pope goes ahead and continues to chew his life away, I will.
Hold on, gang. Chill out. Chill out, bro. That's crazy work.
I will go ahead and I'll get us started on this. Okay, so it's going to be kind of funny. The anime that I would want to say would be a Dragon Ball movie. But that's not the anime that I'm going to actually say. The anime for me that was the best, and Don, I think you'll love this, I'm just saying. And if Zaylin was in here, he might be one of the people to agree too. In my opinion, the best anime movie, the first Digimon movie. The first Digimon movie, man. The whole, like, kind of somewhat backstory into how the Digimon or how Agumon and Tai met before they actually met. Like, that was such a fantastic movie. And then we're not even going to talk about the and correct me if I'm wrong, Don, because I don't remember completely, but the Parrot movie, Parrotmon, I think his name is, and the Greymon fight. That was a pretty iconic movie. I'm not even gonna lie. I remember that movie pretty vividly, and it was so great. I loved that movie. I love the I actually and I love the art style of it too because it was old school art style. Old school art style. So like yeah, that probably has to be so good. That probably has to be my like one of my all-time favorites. Like the one of the best movies to me was the Digimon movie, the first Digimon movie. King?
You know, when you mentioned that, it definitely brings up those childhood memories. Um, but I can't stand on nostalgia. I've got to go, and as I'm sitting here thinking about that question in my head, I'm like, damn, there were some really really good DBZ movies. Even the supers were really really good, but then I'm being biased, and I would have to consider like Solo Leveling in there. I would definitely have to consider Demon Slayer, and not so necessarily to get so deep in it in terms of story and character development and plot and all of that stuff. Just going based off of like visuals. I think visually I was super attracted to the Demon Slayer movie. I think visually, I was super attracted to not the most recent DBZ Super movie, the one with who's it again? I forget the names. The two androids.
Gamma
Um
1 and Gamma 2.
Gamma 1 and Gamma 2. I think the story behind that DBZ movie was really good. I think that was to bridge the gap for Gohan so we can see his new transformation, we can witness his new power and his strength. But I think overall, visually, that movie was absolutely trash. Now I think the DBZ Super Broly movie, right? If you want to talk about some insane fights, if you want to talk about visuals that were just out of this world, I would definitely have to sit here and choose between the solo leveling movie and also DBZ Super Broly. Do I have to pick? And if I have to, I'd have to go with DBZ Super. Maybe I'm being biased. Solo leveling is right there with it in terms of visuals. And that for me is what kind of attracts me to the anime movies a lot because it's unless you've watched the anime, when you watch these movies, it's not a whole lot that you'll be understanding. Like let's say if you never ever watched Dragon Ball Z, A Day in Your Life, right? And you sat down and you watched the DBZ Super Broly movie, right? You'd be like, oh my God, this is insane. You wouldn't understand the history behind the scenes. You wouldn't necessarily understand how long it took Goku to get to the level of power that he is, or how even Vegeta achieved his power, which was, through rage and jealousy, not necessarily of him trying to reach Goku, but of his own weakness when he compared himself to Goku, and that's all coming from a place of pride. Him being of royal blood and the supposedly part of the elite fighting group, things of that sort, and obviously Goku being categorized as a common warrior. How is it that this common warrior is able to achieve such a high power level? Um, when it comes to just the visuals, when it comes to the fights, I think that's what kind of makes an anime movie a lot of times. So I would have to go with that DBZ Broly movie. Once again, the newer one with Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, I don't even remember the name of the movie. That's how terrible it was to me. Um, I didn't quite understand why they went with the type of animation that they did. It wasn't attractive in my personal opinion. I think if they had stuck to the type of animation that we had in the Broly movie, Super, I think that it would have been a lot better. It probably would have been more attractive. But that's just my opinion, though. What
Um
about you guys? What,
can
what, what does the chat think?
can we just also can we like just give Pope a round of applause for his crispness? The man sounds crisp. Okay, he sounds very clear and
Monkeys.
Hello, monkeys.
not crispy fries, Don. See,
Thank you,
y'all,
Jonathan. Yeah. Thank you.
y'all,
Very crispy. Yes,
crispy
very
like
crispy.
chicken. T, you
Yeah.
should be mad at him right now because he deleted your
What?
message.
Why are we talking about stuff in the past? See, this is why we
Oh,
never
he
work
admitted
out.
it. T, he
Because
just
you,
admitted it.
I
He
didn't, I
just
didn't
admitted it.
admit
He
anything.
just admitted
No,
it.
I didn't. I
He
didn't admit
just
anything.
admitted.
I said we're
He
discussing things from the
just
past.
admitted it.
I never admitted
See,
to anything. I'm not guilty of anything at all. I feel that you are trying to project, and I think that you should consider a lengthy, heartfelt apology to the chat for what you did, especially this individual T. It's just disgraceful what you did. Deleting a comment is diabolical work, BGM. I'm ashamed of you. Now, if we could wrap up the past and continue to live in the present so we can look forward to the future, I think that's going to be a great, great thing for us
he is diabolical.
to
See,
do.
right there. That's why he coughing because God don't like ugly.
That's crazy. God loves me though.
I ain't
I
say
don't know
he
what
didn't
you're
love
talking
you.
about.
I just said God don't like ugly.
Wait, T, I didn't do anything. I
Yes, he
promise
did.
you.
Don't let this look. Don't let the bald head fool you. I'm just saying.
It ain't even all the way bald. It's just the mic is crisp. You know what I'm saying? That's mic is crisp. I don't even got to raise my voice above this tone, and you guys can hear me clearly. Got that late night radio voice going on.
Ooh, that's not what this podcast is about.
And
Oh,
welcome to the Power of Pair podcast, where we're going to discuss anime, comic books, and video games. Get ready for the ride of your life, guys.
oh, wow. The
Yeah,
ride, Mr.
yeah,
Clean. Mr. Clean is
yeah.
hilarious, Queen.
We see the
Mr. Clean.
lines on your forehead. Poke, chill, Loli. Chill, Loli White. Listen, okay, fine. Yeah, I did it. It was an accident. Okay, and I blamed it on my co-host. So what? He did he die? No, he good. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Me, I don't care. You can look at me all like that. You knew I lied. You knew it. You knew that I lied. So
And was
it
saying
is
it.
what it is. Huh?
And was saying it.
Didn't we talk about this like 3 years ago, bro? We still on this? You stay bringing up old shit? That's crazy, man. I don't
Wait,
know.
what? This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. Yeah. Yes, slowly. 911, we got him. You
That's
know
crazy.
what?
I
I
gotta
love
prove
it.
it. I gotta
I
prove
love
it.
it. Lowly, clip it. Damn it, clip it.
Even if
Queen,
you clip
clip
it, you're gonna have to catch me. I don't care. I'm gone.
it. Let's see. Let's see what we got. The Pokemon movies are my favorite. So Lowly states that the Pokemon movies are my favorite, so I consider them the best. I'm not mad at that, Lowly, if I'm being very honest with you. But see, and on that one I'm biased because for me, my favorite Pokemon movie has to be the first one. Because Mewtwo was diabolical. Mewtwo in that movie was absolutely he was ready to ooh, excuse me. He was ready to destroy the world.
Black Air Force energy,
That
100%.
part. He was ready to kill everybody because they did
Mhm.
him dirty. And all they
Yeah.
okay. I was about to say all they truly did was just create him, but nah, they did experiments, they did all that crap.
Yeah.
So like Mewtwo was yeah. Yeah. Mewtwo yeah. That's I'm really I'm really with you on that one. Like yeah. Let's see who else. Who else? Queen says that she watched Pokemon once. And I would love to know what your your take on it was when you watched it, if you remember it, because you might not remember it. Let's see. Did anybody else say anything? No. Him and Thanos weren't 100% wrong.
Who, Mewtwo?
Mewtwo and she's saying Mewtwo and Thanos weren't 100% wrong.
You know what? When you deep dive into their reasoning, I mean, you can't really argue with it, right? Non-bias killing, right? And half of the population. It's not like we're choosing, right? So that completely erases the race situation. It completely erases like so many situations, rich, poor. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It's equal, 50%. Boom, gone. It absolutely does, and it would. I mean, in a real life situation, it would help the Earth to regenerate at a faster pace, thus giving us more time we can populate. Because I mean, in my personal opinion, I feel like the human race is like a virus. I mean, we're here on this planet, we're sucking it dry. You know, we're literally destroying it, we're contaminating it, we're polluting it, the whole 9 yards. So yeah, I mean, if Thanos was real and he was to snap, I wouldn't be super upset about it. I'd hope that I didn't get snapped. I'd hope that some of my friends and family members didn't get snapped, but at the same time, it would help the planet. I mean, the logic isn't bad. It's just mass genocide. And I mean, that's what everyone has a problem with. But it's unbiased genocide. So it's not like we're picking and choosing who we want. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, the logic ain't bad.
Well, see, the thing about that though, if you're going that route, then that's a lot of villains. A lot of
Mhm.
villains honestly have like that. They honestly do have a logical mindset when it comes to like when it comes to these type of things. They always just go about it the complete wrong way.
Mhm. Very forceful, very aggressive.
Right. So like, which would make me not want to be a part of that, not want to agree with it,
Mhm.
and that makes me want to fight back.
Yeah.
So like that's the thing about that with me when it comes to them. But Mewtwo Mewtwo was just mad at the world. Mewtwo's logic wasn't really on par with Thanos. Mewtwo was mad at the world, and he was mad at the world because first off, you created me. So I didn't ask to be here.
Mhm.
Second off, on top of you creating me and me not asking to be here, you want to do experiments on me. So, and then you want to keep me locked up. You're not letting me learn the world. You're not letting me do things that I want to do. You're just keeping me locked up so that way you can continue to experiment on me, continue to study me, and continue to learn me when it comes to find out that I'm literally the most powerful psychic type Pokemon, man made or not man made. I'm the most powerful psychic type Pokemon on this planet. So like that's my only that's my thing when it comes to Mewtwo and Thanos. Like they weren't truly here. Thanos had a good reason of why he was doing what he was doing. Mewtwo on the other hand, he was just like, y'all fucking suck, and because y'all suck, you all can die.
Yeah,
And
I feel like
all
Mewtwo
that
was
needs to
coming.
go ahead.
I thought, excuse me. I feel like Mewtwo was coming from more like of an emotional uh standpoint.
100%. It was all aggression. It was all anger. It
Yeah.
was all emotion, like you said, all because of the fact that he was mad at
Mhm.
people at being created, being experimented on, and not being able to be a Pokemon if I'm supposed to be a Pokemon. Let me run free. Let me run the world. Let me just do what I want to do. So, like, I think he was valid on how he felt, but I don't believe that him and Thanos had the same true mindset. Yeah, true reasoning on what they did. So, Lowly, if you're telling Pope to hydrate, you might want to go ahead and use the hydration. Use our hydration channel point, even though
because we are affiliated now.
Also, it allows me to see something that can be tested. So that's another reason why I'm stating what I'm stating. But because things are still in the works, guys. Things are still just being
told me out of
tested
stock.
on it.
Okay.
Out of stock is hilarious.
Well, at least we know.
It told me out of stock. And like,
please refill the vending machine is diabolical. Lowly too funny. Oh, there it is. Okay. Big man Brian hit us with a hydrate. Nah, the vending machine working, Lowly. You just out of change. You feel
me? That is funny. Okay, so I gotta put, all right. That tells me something I gotta do, but that's all good. But yes, so we also want to hear from you guys. Like, what are some of your anime movies that you believe were not hydrate help? Oh no, Lord, Lowly. We also want to hear. It's already been 42 minutes. That's crazy.
You just been yapping.
That part. We also want to hear what you all think. Like, what's the anime movie that you all believe is a good movie? Lowly, don't you start that shit. Here you go with this Kamehameha hydrate.
I love it.
She's been doing this on. She's been doing this on my streams. Kamehameha hydrate.
I like it. I like it though, Lowly. I like it. I like it though. That's dope. The only thing I'd have to say to it is monkeys.
Hello, monkeys.
Did you play my sound? Did you play my sound?
I did. Do you have? You should have the stream unmuted. That way you.
No, because then I'm gonna be hearing doubles.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna be hearing doubles.
Damn.
Yeah, you said your mama. Sorry, I was triggered. That's diabolical. I just want to let you know, I don't feel no way, Lowly, but my mama is 6 feet under, so you know what I'm saying, like that. You know, it kind of, you know, I don't know.
Thanks.
I might have to leave for a second or two.
Things are a little. I'm ignoring him. I just want y'all to know. I'm legit ignoring him. Special beam hydrate is hilarious.
Nah, that one is funny.
Special beam hydrate. Lord Jesus. But yeah, we want to know from y'all, what do y'all believe is the best anime movies? In your opinion, what are the best? So Pope says for him, Frieza, you bitch.
Yo. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. It wouldn't be what it is without Lowly, bro. She is. I can't wait till Lowly starts streaming. I'm gonna be in every single fucking stream,
Same.
bro.
Same. 100%.
Oh my Lord.
100%, and there will be collabs.
I'm sorry I responded to trauma with humor. You are diabolical.
I don't know if this is gonna work, but let's see. Nope, it did not. Okay, that's fine. Woo! Things want to be, wouldn't be a streamer if things didn't go wrong.
Yeah, always. Always.
See, lowly, you're a fool. You're a fool. But yeah, does anybody else have any like anime movies that they believe, in their opinion, in your opinion, is the best anime movie? Don agreed with me. Of course, King says that the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie was would have to be his pick, which I can't disagree with that though. For a Dragon Ball movie, that was peak. That was
Yeah.
peak.
I
That was
think
peak.
I would say out of all of the DBZ movies, and we're talking from like regular DBZ, and I've definitely had some favorites like Tree of Might. That shit was fucking epic. Um, I think the original Broly's were a little bit off. Um, there was also the Cooler movie. Then it was Return of Cooler. They were all good, but I think that this one, the DBZ Broly, that I feel like that one was definitely the best of all. Yeah, Tree. I ain't gonna lie, Lily. Yeah, Tree of with my is
Don't,
what?
just don't. Keep
I
going.
just wrote it.
Just keep
I
going.
just read it.
Just keep going. Just keep
Nah,
going.
hell nah. We
Just
backtracking. Nope.
just keep going.
No, we
King,
not
King.
finna gloss over that. No, we're not gonna donut glaze over that. No, we will address it. We will deal with this head on, B. Nah, we gonna leave that one alone. But yeah, mine was insane. Definitely. I think for most of us that have watched DBZ from the beginning, or even if we didn't catch it in the beginning, when we saw that Tree of Might movie, it was like, oh my fucking god. It was like dragon. You feel me? Like it was for me, it was just epic. And I'll never ever forget Goku doing those backflips and then landing on his neck on the ice. I thought that
That
shit
was
was
funny.
hilarious. But it was definitely a great movie. I think the one that tops it is definitely DBZ Super Broly. Um, the power ups for me, I think, is what did did it right. When we saw Vegeta power up, and he was just going regular Super Saiyan, but for that slight instant, his hair turned green. I was like, "Oh shit, that's insane!" Like I've never really seen that before. They always go from regular base to just blue, like no in between. Um,
Which I thought that was going to
seeing
be a new transformation. That when I
that,
saw
yeah,
that, I was like, "Oh, so we got a hint to a new transformation in a
the new
newer
transformation,
season?"
yeah.
But which it
I'm
wasn't.
not.
But
No, which was dope though because it kind of had you looking for more. It's like, oh my god, like are we gonna get like is this because technically I was like, yo, is this like Broly? Like, is this because when Broly powers up, he doesn't go gold. You know what I'm saying? He goes green. And I'm like, wait, but is this the raw? Like, are they bypassing that raw? Is there like during your power up is the powering up stage like the green stage, so is it that Broly's holding on to that everlasting power up stage or something like that, and that's why he's so ultimately so fucking strong? But and then that gold form is like the control state where it's not as strong because you're not in that state of this powering up where there's no control, but uh, either way, it was visually, it was amazing, right? He's standing on top of the mountain and he powers up, and the mountain is just completely destroyed. Him unleashing his blast, trying to kill Broly, sending him into the water, completely amazing. Even when it came up to Goku fighting Broly, I thought that was super, super, super intense, right? He powers up to Super Saiyan Red, and he does his little freeze technique on Broly, and he actually immobilizes him for a second, and then Broly just breaks through. Next thing you know, Broly actually turned around and used that technique on him. So like that movie, just in general, that those few fighting scenes was just absolute peak. Just absolute. It just I don't think there's been a better DBZ movie that has been made that can actually stand against that one. You know, like I said, I think the one with Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 was just ass. And I feel like the only reason it was even, created was to try to bridge
Oh,
that
shit.
gap and fill that story for Gohan. Like, okay, this is why Gohan is now Beast Gohan, Like I kind of understand all of that. Um, hopefully in the future we get more out of Gohan now that he's in his beast form. He can definitely contribute more to the team that protects Earth and also their universe. Because now obviously we're not just dealing with regular mortal or worldly threats. Now we're dealing with universal threats. And I think in order for the story to even really continue, we had to have someone else power up to the point where Goku and Vegeta are. Because as of, for so long, it's just been Goku and Vegeta. Piccolo fell out of the running so long ago. Even when they came to the Tournament of Power, that was just to show exactly where everyone stands, right? When it came down to it, everyone's gone except Android. What was it? Android 18, I think. No, 17. Am I getting my androids mixed up?
In which movie we talking?
Top Tournament of Power. Who's left? It was Frieza, Goku, and what was it? 17 or 18?
17.
It was 17. Okay. Now, the problem with that in general, and I know I'm kind of going off on a tangent here. I'm completely off topic, but the issue with that entire situation, right, is when Goku and 17 fought, right? It was 27. Loli is diabolical.
On a
When
daily basis.
man, what? Sorry, I'm cooking. You good, girl? When 17 fought Goku and Goku powered up, and I remember I was watching this in a clip that I saw on TikTok. 17 gave absolutely no care. He didn't give two fucks about it. Goku powered up. Um, Goku powered up to Super Saiyan Blue, and 17 literally just went toe to toe with him. Now androids are supposed to have everlasting energy, right? It's infinite energy source. That's what we're looking at. It was just a little bit confusing, and I hope at some point in time they kind of bridge that for us. How the hell is it that 17 is just as powerful as Super Saiyan Blue? That makes absolutely no sense to me. Um, why is it that 18's power seems to have been diminished when we make that comparison to 17? Because clearly, when we saw those episodes from Tournament of Power, 17 was definitely trashing people. We can't even deny that. 18 was kind of helping Krillin out, getting helped and things of that sort, and eventually ended up getting eliminated. And I think we do need a little bit more when it comes to that. Just a little bit of backstory on how 17 is so strong and why is it that we're now seeing this type of power from him. But yeah, I think TOP kind of really just showed us where everyone stands, right? Obviously, Goku is top dog, right? We can't deny it. I think Frieza in his golden form, yeah, he definitely rivals Blue, and that's kind of where we're at, right? We're touching into Ultra Instinct, we're touching into Ultra Ego. I know with the coming episodes, hopefully that they do come out with those episodes where they should. Um, but still, to have 17 rivals Super Saiyan Blue is a little crazy, and I can understand Golden Frieza. I definitely can. With them being the last three survivors from that universe, okay, cool. That puts them at the top of the food chain, which is fine. But I think TOP kind of showed us like where everyone was at, And yes, Lowly Piccolo he's just a stepdad now. He's nothing more than that. Trainer slash stepdad slash, I have an extra sensu bean slash, you know, whatever, babysitter. Like, let's be real.
You gonna keep playing with Loli? She going.
I'm just saying, bro. Look what
See,
they did to him. Look,
see,
okay, listen,
you
Lowly, it's not
started.
my fault. Look, it's not my fault. Look at what they did to him in the last DBZ movie. Right? He literally was a babysitter.
Report.
I'm just saying, he literally was a babysitter. It's not my fault. It is not my fault.
Look what Queen.
It is not my fault.
Queen in the emote.
That's fine. Y'all can riot. Y'all can feel how y'all want. But that man was a glorified babysitter. 100%. 100%. Saying. Couldn't be me. I'm a whole alien. No, he is a grandfather. You You right here. He that too. He a grandfather too. It's crazy word. They definitely need to give Piccolo a little bit more respect. He's done too much. He's been through too much, and for him to just be kind of minimized to what he is now, I think is extremely pitiful. Like I can understand Yamcha. Like who cares about Yamcha getting killed by Cybermen? Like come on, give me a break. Um, but Piccolo's done too much. He's done too much.
Well, and I do believe that that's why he ended up getting the orange form, you know, because
Mm,
that I do. He's done, and when I say that's why I think he got the orange form, I mean like that's why they ended up giving him something new because Piccolo by this point, Piccolo was one of the other strongest people
mhm,
in the group, and then Gohan comes along, and now you got to put him under Gohan. He
mhm.
was already under Vegeta and Goku,
And Goku, yeah,
but it was them three at one point. And
yeah.
then out of nowhere, it becomes them four. Then Krillin comes along.
Mm.
And that can be debatable whether or not people
No,
believe him.
absolutely
And
not.
well, I'm saying if people want to debate that, that's a whole different conversation. But that's debatable for some people if Krillin is weaker than Piccolo or if he's stronger than Piccolo. But for me, it's like you have these four characters. Three of them kept getting love, but the fourth strongest one didn't get no love. And then finally, when the third character gets more love again, they're like, okay, let's also give the fourth character some love, almost on par with the third.
Almost on par. You really giving him that many flowers? Because I don't think he's even close. Not. We're talking about okay. So his new form is orange, right? Orange Piccolo. And what
Technically, he
is
has
that?
two new forms.
What is the orange and then his giant? Is it a giant form you're talking about?
The giant is just something that he can do. The orange
That
form
he's
is
like literally never done up until the movie.
no,
I've never
he did it in Dragon Ball.
one time
Mm-hmm.
and then never again.
Yeah.
Like, come on, B.
No, but
No, I know. Yeah, you're right. You're right. He did, but still, it's just like. And then we're gonna compare that to Beast Gohan, the new form.
he's literally in the league now where he's training with Whis. That should tell you something. Like he's now at a point where Gohan, Goku, and Trunks, not Trunks, but Trunks too. But him, Gohan, Goku, and Vegeta are all training under Whis. And you're trying to tell me that that's not some sort of feat? You got to have some sort of power to be able to even keep
Yes.
up.
Yeah. Okay. I'll give you that. Yeah. But you do know that's all gonna get overshadowed by the kids, Goten and Trunks.
It's gonna be it's gonna be too long before that gets overshadowed. It
Okay.
it like it they still have time because they even right now they have a side story that they
Mm.
have going on talking about them being superheroes like Great Saiyaman. Who gives a flying fuck? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about them being Great Saiyaman 3 and 4. Like that's not what their name is, but like I don't care.
Yeah.
What I want to see, if y'all going to be up there training with Whis and also training with your fathers and training with your
Yeah.
brother and training with your uncle, granddad, stepfather, all type of bullcrap, like
Mhm.
I need to see y'all getting ready to hit Super Saiyan, at least hit Super Saiyan 3 by yourself. Shit.
Yeah.
At least.
Nah, you ain't lying.
So like them, yes, they're gonna get there,
Yeah.
100%. They're gonna get there, but it's gonna take time. It's still the Goku Vegeta Gohan show.
It is 100%. Yeah.
It is still their show, and
And
it's gonna be their show for a minute.
for yeah. I think forever, because I mean, Dragon Ball is literally about Goku, right? Um it's his show. So it doesn't really matter how they want to write it, how many times they want to put him down. He eventually ends up saving, or if not directly, indirectly, because let's look at Cell versus Gohan, right? It was that little push from dad, you know, regardless of how you want to look at it, that helped him do what he did. And then dad still, had to kind of help out and instant transmission sell away. So ultimately, it is the Goku show. Ultimately, it's going to be Goku that is either going to save the day or going to, push in order for the day to be saved, right? I mean, when we look at that one, the one movie here with all the new transformations, yeah, Goku was nowhere in sight. So it was like, what were we gonna do? And we're dealing with Super Cell. We're dealing with a cell that was on par with that. So, you know, we had to see something dramatic, and we did. We got Orange Piccolo, and we got Beast Gohan. So that was super dramatic, and they had to boost them up to that point. Um, because things are going to get to a point where Goku and Vegeta can't do it alone, which I think we've been seeing. I think Tournament of Power showed us that. Tournament of Power showed us that Goku and Vegeta are no longer able to stand next to each other and defend. They're going to need backup, and obviously, this is where character development comes in, and we have the rise of Gohan, which obviously we had that in the Buu saga, and due to his cockiness, he ended up failing. But Gohan technically should have, if in a perfect world, Gohan should have been able to save the world from Boo. And if that's the case, we would have never had Kid Boo, right? Um, but due to him being cocky, due to him being overconfident, he ended up failing,
It
and
ain't
we
due to
saw
him.
that.
It ain't due
What
to
you
him.
mean?
It's due to the
Yes,
writing. It's due to the writing.
same difference.
No. No. It's
they're like,
due to
yo,
the
yo, we wrong.
it's due to the writing, and the reason it's due to the writing is because this was supposed to be Gohan's story.
Mm,
They originally wanted to switch it from Goku because Goku was the focus of Dragon Ball,
mm,
and they wanted it to be the Gohan story for Z.
for Z.
But people kept getting so pissed off about the fact that they were trying to make it the Gohan story that they were over here just ranting and raving about it, that Toriyama was like, well, okay, well then we're gonna keep Goku as the main story, the main character.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like that was and I can't even say that was the writing. That wasn't even the writing. That was the freaking people.
I mean, you gotta give the people what they want, and they
Yeah,
wanted
that's
Goku.
true. But now we're complaining about the fact that Gohan is not that strong until Beast.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
pick your fucking
They pick
poison.
yeah. They
Pick your
hyped them up,
poison.
and then they dumbed them down, all because of the people. So it's like, oh well, originally we're gonna make Gohan, which they did. I think they did a great job in that development for him, and then all of a sudden just to completely cut it, because he went from Mystic Gohan literally trashing Boo to you can't do shit,
To
right?
a scholar.
Yeah, this is true, and I mean, we saw that when Frieza came back, right, in Resurrection F, when they attacked, because that was after the Buu saga. Um, Goku and Vegeta had achieved Super Saiyan Blue, and I think what was it? That was the one where Frieza had showed them Golden Frieza, This was like right before it turned him into power. So this is after the Buu saga. So it's like Gohan can't even hit Mystic Gohan anymore. You know what I'm saying? He's just tapping out at Super Saiyan. Did we even see Super Saiyan 2 from him? I don't think we did.
We
I don't
saw
recall
Super
it.
Saiyan. We
We
saw
just saw
Super
Super
Saiyan,
Saiyan.
and it took the Tournament of Power for him to train again with Piccolo to
In order
get
for him
back
to
to
get
Mystic.
to Mystic. Yeah, and it was by far, in my personal opinion, mediocre because like, come on. You're manhandling Boo, and now you're having an issue with this guy over here that's got quote unquote super speed, and you got to just stand still and let him hit you so you can hit him back. Like, I understand you've become more of a tactician, but I think that's due to the loss of your power. And I think B, you're right. It's definitely due to the writing and due to the fans wanting what they want. So they couldn't make Gohan so overpowered. They couldn't make Gohan so, you know,
Man, they couldn't make
so
Gohan
crazy.
great.
Mm,
And
they
that's the
should.
problem. That's the disrespect of it all. Like they couldn't make Gohan great. And that's the honest truth because it took how long for him to get a new transformation?
Mm-hmm.
Like Z ended in the 90s.
Mm-hmm. And he's
Early
now getting a new
early almost
transformation.
early 2000s. It took him like almost 30 years to get another transformation.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's kind of
yes, the
crazy.
transformation is phenomenal. Don't get me wrong. Like it's a phenomenal transformation, especially because it's all his own. It's not
Mm.
another Super Saiyan transformation. But like
Yeah.
it shouldn't have taken this long. He should have already had his flowers. He shouldn't have been disrespected the way that he was disrespected. This man has been disrespected,
Yeah.
especially after being hyped up from the Cell Saga.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was real hyped up in the Cell Saga. That
Yeah, he
one-handed
was.
Kamehameha, everybody loves that. And
Mm-hmm.
Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, Teen Gohan is literally so many people's favorites. He used to be
Yeah.
my brother's favorite at one point. But that switched to Trunks. Future Trunks. But like it's so sad that this is the ooh, see? Okay. That makes me that makes me think of a topic, y'all, but that ain't gonna be for this podcast. Um, but what you oh wait, Loli said something too that I agreed with. She
Mm.
said also Goku now stay getting them in shenanigans and would have bit his ankles for that. Oh, she would have bit his ankles for that. But then their next thing was yes, but now we don't even get to see other characters truly develop because of that. Yes.
But okay.
100%. We don't truly get to see other characters develop because it's primarily the Goku Vegeta show. And it's starting
Mm.
to try to the hell don't you even try it, motherfucker, because you already know it is the Goku Vegeta show. Who's
Mm.
developed now besides Gohan, who is now finally starting to get development? Nobody else is
Okay,
developed
so th- this is my rebuttal to it, right?
unless you're gonna go villains,
No,
because
this is
then
my
you could
rebuttal
because
to
then
it.
you could go
If
go
it, no, no,
Gordon
no,
Fraser.
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it for the heroes, right? Um, when we're looking at who we're dealing with, right? We have to remember. So Saiyans, it's warrior race. This is what they're born to do. They're born to fight. They're born to develop, right? They maintain their youth in order to, raise their combat power, right? Cool. So now we have half Saiyan, half human. They have the
Hello,
ability to do the
monkeys.
same, right? Maybe not uh I think not to the depth that Goku and Vegeta can reach, but what it's showing is a lot faster, right? It's a lot faster. Their development's a lot faster. Gohan you had Gohan, Kid Trunks, Goten reaching Super Saiyan level way easier, right? And faster, right? Even Goten got there faster than Gohan did. Gohan had to do a lot of more training. Um, I think around the time I'm not really 100% sure in the age, but I think right around the time when Gohan was training with Piccolo in the wild, this was the Saiyan saga, right? Right before Vegeta and Nappa came to Earth, right? I think he was around the same age as Goten when we first saw Goten become a Super Saiyan. He
Nope.
was
Goten
kind of
Goten
around
was
that
like
age.
Goten was like 8. Gohan was like 5 when he was with Piccolo.
Okay, so I mean, a few years off, but still, though, right? The point that I'm saying is that Goten achieved Super Saiyan a lot younger than Gohan.
Mhm.
Then Gohan achieved Super Saiyan a lot younger than Goku and Vegeta, right? So if we're looking at it from this point of view, right? We're looking at a race that is built for war. Now they're in a group of humans. We've got Krillin, we've got Chaosu, Tien. When we look at the Z fighters in general, right? Like who are we really depending on? Who can actually raise their combat level, right? 17 and 18 became a part of the crew, and that's because they're androids, infinite power source. But how deep does their power actually go? How far can they reach in to pull out what's necessary? Right? We have Piccolo. Piccolo had to go through a few different things, right? First, his first fusion with was it Kame? I believe it was, and then he had another fusion on Namek, I believe, right? Um, then all of the extensive training that he's been doing, all of the meditation he's been doing, how far can he reach? How deep can he go? So yeah, they right alongside with Gohan, let's give Piccolo a power up. Let's put some respect on his name. But at the end of the day, right? We can't expect so much from Krillin. We can't expect so much from Chaozu and Tien. These are regular. Krillin is a regular guy who just exceeded mortal limits by like 1%, right? And now hold on for a minute, right? Before we got into the whole Super Saiyan play, okay, yeah, cool. He was a great sparring partner. He was a great training partner. But when we're talking about worldly threats, when Cell was running around, my man was ducking and dodging for cover. He barely mustered up the courage to deal with Vegeta. Now, I granted he definitely showed some main character energy when he cut off Vegeta's tail. Was it luck? That's debatable.
He
Now,
didn't cut off Vegeta's tail. It was Yajirobe.
so who sent? I thought it was the destructive disc. Where did that come from? Am I thinking?
He
No,
he
hold on. What
did
am I
do it. He
thinking?
did do a destructo disc, but it was against Nappa, and Vegeta told
That
Nappa
okay?
to dodge because that would
Okay,
kill him.
yeah, that's what it was. Okay. So my apologies. Right, I'm getting my stories mixed up, but I think in the same saga he did show a little bit of main character energy, but once again, how deep does it go? Like we can't expect so much from the Z fighters. We can't we cannot. We can't expect so much from them. Like what are they really
We don't know. That's the
but there,
problem, though. That's what I'm
but there's
saying. We don't know because the show is all about Vegeta, Goku, Gohan, and now Piccolo. We
but what are
don't
we supposed
know.
to expect? But B, what can they give them? There's nothing that there's no listen, hear me out, right? What did it take for Krillin to get his combat power instincts back in order to go to a tournament of power, right? What are we supposed to be expecting from this man who uses a shoe on his enemy, right? Because in strategic thinking, okay, cool. He's a tactician, but we can't sit here and expect Destructo Disbaldi to be able to come and save the day. We're not about to sit here and expect some type of mystic power up for fucking Krillin. Like, come on, B. Come on, B. Come on. It's not even about it being of course it's gonna be the Vegeta, Goku, and Gohan show, and now we'll throw Piccolo into the conversation for a little bit. Okay, cool. But that's who we have as our superheroes. They're not even human. They're aliens.
They're
One's a
not.
half alien.
They're not even attempting. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. They're not even attempting to see or giving us the ability to see where they're gonna go. because they're so focused on Piccolo or Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, and now Piccolo. And honestly, and now Broly. Broly's a part of the mix. So like they won't now because all five of them they're the focus now. There's no focus on nobody else. We never got the opportunity, even if it was just a slight power up for some of them, for one of them.
Which they did get, in the Namekian saga. Come on now,
Krillin.
they did. Oh,
It was just Krillin.
and he still got blew the fuck up.
He
So they're all so excuse me, right? So excuse me,
Hello,
right?
monkeys.
So excuse me, right? If they're all gonna end up like Yamcha, I could understand them not wanting to do this anymore, or the focus not being on them because it's like, what more can you do? Like, how many mystic power ups are we gonna have for these mere mortals? I meant to say monkeys, but at the end of the day, right? It's like, come on.
We did
It
get a
has.
hydrate, King, just so you know.
We did.
We did.
Okay, big man Brian, I see you. I see you. Appreciate that. All I'm saying is that it has to be about Goku. It has to be about Vegeta. It's gonna have to be about Broly. It's gonna have to be about Gohan. And of course we're gonna put Piccolo into the mix. It's gonna have to be about them. But I do know, and I'll say this: I do believe that Piccolo is gonna end up dropping to seventh place because of the emergence of Kid Trunks and Goten. And he's still in a way he still drops to sixth place because you have future Trunks, right? If we're talking if we're gonna put them right, top five, we've got Goku, we got Vegeta, right? We've got Gohan, we've got Broly, right? And fifth place would have to go, we're saying Piccolo, but he's gonna end up getting knocked out of there. We got Goten, we got Trunks. And either way, even if we don't talk about Kid Goten and Kid Trunks, right? To not Kid Goten, but Goten and Kid Trunks, we still have to talk about future Trunks.
This ain't even the damn topic.
I know. It's really not.
We went on a whole different. It's still anime related, but damn, we went on a whole different direction.
Yeah, we did. It's all right though. They still here with us. Fuck.
That part. Loli even put in the chat. She made a clip said BGM versus Pope. like I get what you're saying, but like I said, they never gave us the true opportunity to really see the potential of the humans. And that's my issue. If we at least could have seen the potential of where they could potentially get to, then start focusing more on the other ones, the hybrids and the pure, and then the Namekians. But you never even gave us the opportunity to see, can the humans get stronger? So now, yes, Tien, Yamcha, and Piccolo, TM, Yamcha, and Krillin are all background characters who got a little bit of spotlight for the Tournament of Power.
Man, shucks. I don't even think Chaozu wasn't even in the Tournament of Power. Tien was the only one that made it.
He wasn't.
Krillin made it. Yeah, I mean, those were legitimately your only humans. I don't consider Gohan a human. Like, he's just a hybrid.
He's
like,
a hybrid.
I consider him insane, really, because he, like, come on now.
He does do more insane stuff.
Yeah, he does. I mean, you know what? I do understand what you're saying, and I can't necessarily disagree with it. I'm just saying, like, what were they going to be able to write about them? You know what I'm saying? How many times is a Namekian going to put his hand on their head and power them up? You know what I'm saying? How deep does their power level, or how high does their power level even rise? Like, I just, in the DBZ verse, I think when we're looking at it, humans are just regular humans. There are not that many humans that are able to raise their combat power to a significant degree. And then we have entering these aliens, and obviously the aliens are just omnipotent and just all powerful. They're always super destructive and they're always coming to Earth to take over. So, I think, storyline based, I can understand. Where you coming from? We never really got to see an opportunity, but even if we did see an opportunity, what would that opportunity even look like?
We will never know. We'll never fucking know. They didn't even attempt to give us a glimpse. Like, not even a. Well, okay, no. Okay. The glimpse was Krillin.
Yeah,
But,
that's
but,
it. That's
but,
where it stopped.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, it was just that. He, honestly, and it wasn't even like an awakening. All that the Grand Elder did was boost his power. He just boosted, not Grand Elder. Yeah, Grand Elder. All he really did was just boost his power. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it was not like Gohan with Elder Kai. Gohan and Elder Kai actually unlocked true hidden potential.
Okay, so let's go with a hypothetical because I like this, right? So let's just say, and we'll use Krillin,
We're never gonna
right? We'll
talk
use
about
Krillin.
this.
No, we are. Right after this, we going.
Because me and King
Listen,
could debate
let's
about
say,
this all day.
let's say Krillin had that same opportunity that Gohan had, right? What the fuck are they unlocking? What are they? What are they unlocking? What are they unlocking? What are they unlocking? He got boosted. He still got blown up. What are they unlocking? I'm just saying, right? Now, this hidden potential that Gohan has, right? I'm just saying, right? He showed that. He showed some sparks of it, right? And that's why it's like, yo, listen, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna deal with this guy. It's something within him. We need, and then technically, it was halfway unlocked, right? It was halfway. It wasn't even the full release. So there was more depth to him. Okay, and would be it all circles back to the writing because at the end of the day, they wrote it in a specific way where Gohan, right, should, like you said, go. It should have been the Gohan show because he's a half breed, and generally half breeds, when you compare them to pure bloods, do exceed further and faster. They do. They have special abilities, right? That puts them beyond the purebreds. This was the reason for Gohan being able to reach Super Saiyan faster than his father, right? Even though his dad, he did otherworld training, he was at the level of Super Saiyan 3, he just didn't tell anybody, yada yada yada. Okay? But was he in Cell Saga? I don't think he was. He was at 2 for sure. I think he had touched 3, but it wasn't something that he could necessarily.
Gohan?
No, Goku. During the Cell Saga, I don't think we saw it. I don't think we actually saw it, but I think he had touched it. I don't think it was a thing that he could maintain because he displayed it in the Otherworld tournament, right? Um when he was fighting Pycon, I believe. And then when he came back during the Boo saga, he revealed that to Vegeta. Vegeta found out. He was like, yo, so you were holding back this whole time, this and the third. He even powered up in front of Boo to give the kids enough time to get away. So I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I want to say that he knew that he can go beyond Super Saiyan 2 during the Cell saga, but it was something that he wasn't able to achieve yet.
He knew that he could go beyond Super Saiyan in the Cell Saga, and he just managed to hit Super Saiyan 2 from training with Gohan. The Super Saiyan 3 did not happen until Otherworld when he was training with King Kai while he was dead.
Okay, yeah.
So
We done.
Lowly said something.
We're done.
Lowly said, if the fans shut the fuck up and let writers write, Krillin and Tien could have tapped into some mystical shit as humans, but because majority of fans only wanted Goku and Vegeta, we will never get to see what they could have become in Cell or Tournament of Power. I do, of course, agree with that. Um,
Okay.
she she
Krillin 6 dots could clone.
she also said,
Yo, what the-
we'll never know because the creativity was blocked by fans complaining, and that is so true.
yeah,
That's that's the reason that Gohan has become Beast 30 years later,
yeah,
because people complain too much to stop it being the Gohan show. Goku had his time to shine. He did.
yeah.
He
Mm-hmm.
did. And that's the issue. Like Goku had his time to shine, and it's time for him, not necessarily, I don't want to say die off, cuz I don't like seeing the characters die off, but it's time for him to kind of be more background and be, oh, well, we when we need you, it could be in a pinch or something. I don't know. But like Gohan needed to be the main character. He needed to have the true main character energy and not just in a moment where he's being cocky.
Yeah.
He needed the moment to really like show I'm that nigga. You know, I'm the one that's really gonna sit here and what he say to Boo, no, I'ma kill you. Like that's my thing with it. If people would have stopped complaining, and I understand that y'all, that like us, I'm not even gonna say y'all because I'm a DBZ fan, but like I understand that us as the fans, we love Goku. You know what I mean? Goku is the staple. He's the poster boy, all that type of bull crap. I understand that, but at the exact same time, we can we have to let other characters develop, and that's why Dragon Ball gets the slander that it does, because it stays in one direction. Is that direction working? Yes. Don't get me wrong, it's working,
If it ain't
but it
broke, don't fix it.
that part, but like it just stays in one direction. It doesn't do anything else. Cuz even after the Tournament of Power and the Broly saga, what's going on? Vegeta and Goku are fighting all these different uh enemies, and that's it. like Vegeta and Goku are fighting all these different enemies, and now it's about to be most likely, like what you said earlier about the collabing in the show. It's most likely about to be now Vegeta and Goku fighting against Black Frieza, all because they have no choice. So like there has to be some other form of character development outside of the two main characters of the show. And hopefully Broly, Piccolo, Goten, and Trunks will be those ones that are the new character development for Dragon Ball. Because otherwise, will I always watch it? Yes, because I love Dragon Ball, but it's going to get stale.
It's going to be because those are the only those are the only ones that are available for a significant, dynamic, meaningful power up. Like it's just Broly's another Saiyan. Piccolo's an Namekian. He's an alien. He deserves to get a power up. Who else did we say? Of course, the two younger hybrids, Goten and Kid Trunks. It's those are the only ones that are there to left for a power up. Like it just nothing else would make sense, right? Like how many new forms are we gonna give these guys? Like come on,
True, true. I mean,
seriously. Like
and
we're
that's
running out of forms.
another topic for another podcast of what do you do past deity? What do you do
Yeah,
past divinity? Like that is, I'm writing that shit down.
no, that is a good one, B.
That's a
That is
good
a good
one,
one. Yeah.
because like what do you do past
There's nothing
divinity?
past that. Yeah,
So
there's
like,
nothing past that. There's nothing past that.
but y'all, we need to we need to go on to the next topic.
Wait, hold on. I just want to address
Oh,
something,
you're
Queen. I
good.
think
You're good.
Queen was asking. I saw your question earlier, Queen.
Oh
Right?
yeah, there was a question.
She asked
I
what.
remember what it was. She
It
was
was something
asking,
along the lines of a kid watching their first
uh-huh.
anime,
Like basically like
and
a
I think she
suggestion.
just, yeah, she just reacts to. I guess, do you recommend a kid to watch it for their first anime. If you're asking specifically about Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z, I'm gonna give you a biased answer first. Yes, I think that DBZ, right? I think you should take it back to DBZ. I think DBZ should be um a child's first anime. The reason I'm saying that too is it's not a lot of gore, right? Like I wouldn't
There is no
introduce
gore.
anime to them. There you go. I mean, there's violence, but there's no gore, right? I wouldn't say Inuyasha. I wouldn't say Yu Yu Hakusho. I wouldn't say any of those old school ones to that degree because I feel like they were too violent. When you introduce in my opinion, when you're introducing a child into anime, you want to kind of start soft. You don't want to throw them right into the hardcore. You're seeing people get their heads slashed off and killed, things of that sort. Kind of want to work them up to that.
That ain't no Inuyasha, and that is not no Yu Yu Hakusho. The show you talking about is Berserk.
Man, how
That's what
many
you
times?
talking about.
No, not hell no.
Berserk
How
is-
did you, bro? How many times they been getting stabbed, getting their heads blown off? Inuyasha, come on, bro. Literally, they're running around with swords, and we're talking about demons.
You were talking about Berserk. That is
Okay, yeah, that
a
one too.
show that is nothing but gore, nothing
Yeah.
but death, nothing but
Yeah.
gross looking demon. Like that's the one. But the other
You definitely
two,
don't want to. Well, what's that one? Samurai Shampoo. Am I saying it right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely don't want to start with that one. Absolutely not. What's the other? What's my Black Samurai again? Shit, I keep forgetting his name.
Afro Samurai.
You don't want to start with that one, even
Nah,
though
that one's gory.
Yeah, but listen. That is a beautiful anime. I don't care what anyone says, but you do not want to start with that.
It's the
at all.
contradicting for me, Queen.
Listen, I absolutely love it, but if we're talking about a child starting off his anime journey, no, absolutely not. You want to work them up to that. Okay, look, Avatar: The Last Airbender. That's a pretty good one. That's a decent anime, I think, to start a child off with. Okay, he's 10.
That's
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's debatable, Lowly.
What?
A lot of people no. Listen. A lot of people would debate that Avatar: The Last Airbender is an anime. I personally would debate that it's an anime. But that's for a lot of people that's debatable. That's very debatable.
It is very cartoonish. In a way, it is very cartoonish.
But it gives like a mixture of the two. It gives a mixture of anime and it gives a mixture of cartoon. So like that's why I'm like that's a debatable one. That's a real debatable.
You know what? Do Gundam. I think Gundam would be because he'd probably be fascinated with the whole mecha in space and stuff like that.
I hate mechs.
And the suits. Don't let Jonathan hear you say that. And the suits and the beams and the swords. I asked because I'm not into anime like that. If that makes sense. No, I understand what you're saying. So in a way, you kind of want to
Queen, you asking for yourself. Queen, you asking for yourself. You ain't asking for your son.
You know what? Do Naruto. Shit, start him with some Naruto.
Naruto's a real good one.
Yeah, start him with some Naruto. Yeah. He'll definitely segue into other animes once he gets a grip on Naruto, and maybe he'll enjoy it because if you start with like the beginning of Naruto, I mean they're kids, and that whole character development, he'll be looking at it like, oh, he's just like me. He'll probably be running around the house trying to do a Rasengan.
Digimon's a good one too. Nice suggestion, Loli. Nice suggestion. Digimon's definitely a good one too. Ooh, Loli. No, she did.
Avatar is an anime.
Before you even continue, King, I just want you to know Loli unfollowed us, and she just followed us back.
Loli, what? Yo! Blame Pope, what did I do? What? What did I do? What did I do? Loli is wild for that. Loli, why you messing up with the numbers? Yo, chill. I didn't even notice. Hold on. Where we at? You better not say 46. Oh, 47. Yo,
Oh
Loli is wild for
God.
that shit, bro.
Oh my
Loli is
gosh.
wild for that.
Mm,
No
mm, mm.
way, Loli. No way.
I can't remember, but you did something and it apparently pissed me off.
That's diabolical. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't even remember actually unfollowing. That's even worse.
That is. I'm not gonna lie, Loli. Like what?
Oh gosh, if you all like what you see and you have not followed us yet, please make sure you drop a follow. I suggest and ask kindly, please don't do what Loli did to us and unfollow and then follow back. But if you enjoyed this content, you enjoy what you see, please give us a follow. We would love to have you here, part of the BGM and Pope King Power Pair podcast, where we talk everything anime, comic books, and video games. So please, please, please join us and get a little bit of power from the Power Pair podcast. King, shall we go to the
Yes.
next topic?
Yeah, we're an hour and 36 minutes in, and we're only hitting our second topic of conversation: video games, right? The video game category.
Yep.
Now, this one is interesting, and we definitely want to get some feedback from you guys here in the chat. Um, the front runners for Game of the Year 2025. What have you guys heard are the front runners? We did some light research. Expedition 33 came up.
Mm-hmm.
Donkey Kong Bonanza, the new one, that just came up. I don't know if I think I might have butchered that name. Um, and it was another game that so-called are in the conversations for front runners for Game of the Year. So how do you guys feel about that? And in your opinions, let us know um what games do you think should be on track for Game of the Year, or at least what game do you believe should be Game of the Year for 2025? Yeah, B, how do you feel about that though?
Of right now, of the games that are out at the current moment, Expedition 33 it's up there. It
Mm,
is up there for me. My God, Expedition 33 is so good.
mm,
Um, honestly, and another one that's up there, and I'm just watching it. And this is from watching Zaylin do his streams. Donkey Kong Bonanza.
mm,
Donkey Kong Bonanza. And I think the only reason I'm enjoying even just watching him play it, and honestly Void too. I watch VoyagerCon play it every once in a while. The only reason I
mm,
think I'm enjoying it so much is because of the fact that everything is destructible.
mm,
Everything in there is destructible. Like the ability to actually be Donkey Kong at his like full full force, being able to smash through the ground, smash through a wall, and you make a whole trail through a wall or through the ground to discover new crap. That's awesome. I think that's so fun and it's innovative, especially for Nintendo.
yeah.
So those are my two contenders one at right now is Expedition 33 and Donkey Kong. If both of those are a part of this, a part of the Game of the Year, which of course I know we're only in August. We still have September,
Mm-hmm,
October, November, December. So we still have 4 more months until we get to the Game Awards. And then on top of that, Pope, you know what? And I just thought about this. We might need to stream the Game Awards.
I think we should.
I think we should. I
I
think we
think we
should.
should.
But on top of that, we still have games coming out that are going to be that look like bangers. Ghost of
I mean,
Yote,
mm,
Ninja Gaiden 4,
mm,
Lost Souls Aside.
mm.
Uh and there's some other ones too. Like we got some games coming out that are gonna be bangers. Like you can look at them and just be like, "Damn, that looks good." Now, of
Mm-hmm.
course, we all know how video games are, so it looked good on screen
That part.
till you till
That
you
part.
actually play it in person. But like, we still got some potential competition that's coming. But like, I'm just looking at it like, if we're going off of right now, those would have to be my two.
You know, I think even if we don't even look to the future, right? Let me take a step back into the past. Like you said, what do we in August?
Mm-hmm.
So we've had from January to August, right? I mean, there's been a few that's already come out. Doom the Dark Ages, Monster Hunter Wilds. Like, we can't leave them out of the conversation, right? I know you're a big Monster Hunter player. You know, I've never
I'm working
personally
on it,
played
Lowly. I
Monster
just
Hunter.
want you to know I'm working on it, Lowly. I'm gonna get him to get Monster Hunter so that way we can all play. I'm just letting you know, Lowly. I'm working on it.
I've never personally played it, but it does look like a game that I would be interested in. I know, yeah, B, you have been trying to get me on it, and I might actually do it. There's a big chance that I might actually do it, but I've seen the gameplay for it. I think it's clean. Again, I think the gameplay is super clean. Um, what was that? Now, Split Fiction was a big one. I saw a lot of streamers streaming Split Fiction.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
definitely has some good gameplay. Absolutely. So, we can't even really take that out of the running. And then, of course, Doom: The Dark Ages. Doom is an old school game, and for them to kind of, re kind of revitalize it, rejuvenate it. If those words are kind of getting my point across accurately, I think what they did was a great thing. Now, when I saw the gameplay, I'm like, yo, there's a whole lot going on. Like, you're on a dragon or you're fighting a dragon. Like, I don't know what's going on. Cool visuals, beautiful. Never actually played the game myself. I saw the gameplay on it. I thought the gameplay was pretty good, right? Um, I was under the impression that, Dune, The Awakening would have been in that type of in game of the year conversation. But after seeing the actual gameplay, and not just from the promo videos that we've seen or the epic, cool looking videos, that come out, I definitely see why it wouldn't even be considered to be a potential in a conversation for game of the year. Um, you also have Kingdom Deliverance 2. Um, Now, I know we had talked about this the other day, and you was like, "Oh, that one can go in the trash." But Death Striding 2 on the
Yes,
beach.
it still can go in the trash.
I know, but still, that the
It's the
visuals
visuals.
be
Yeah, it's
it's
the visuals.
and and that's what kind of drives up these games a lot. It is absolute visuals, how clean and crisp it is, right? The movement, the combat, the whole nine yards. But yeah, I mean, like you said, we do still have how many months left in the year. So we definitely have some time for some bangers to come out. I'm pretty sure there are games that we haven't even seen gameplay of it yet. And I'm pretty sure when they drop, we're gonna just be in awe. But yeah.
Here are more that
Mm,
like you said, some from just the past, and
mm.
some that are still coming out. Assassin's Creed Shadows.
They shitted on that game so bad.
And they shouldn't have, because it's
Yeah.
so
Yeah. I
much
saw gameplay.
fun.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
God. Of course, like you said, Doom: The Dark Ages, Monster Hunter Wilds,
Hmm.
Death Stranding. Here's one that hasn't come out yet, that comes out literally this month.
Mm.
And it's realistically a remake. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater.
Oh my lord! Seriously?
That right there, you got another
That
one that
that, that
potentially
just took
can
me.
be.
That
Yeah.
just took me back to middle school, high school days. I'm not gonna lie.
See.
That was the last time I played Metal Gear Solid, bro.
The next one, and this is one from the past. And of course, when we say the past, everyone, we mean within the past couple months. Um, Elden Ring Night Rain. I don't
Yeah.
like. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's necessarily game of the year material, but Elden Ring
Mm,
Night Rain going to get some. It's going to get some awards.
I'm gonna argue that with you. I don't care. I purposely
You're
didn't say Elden Ring
biased.
Night Rain. I am. I
You're
don't care.
biased.
I purposely didn't say Elden Ring Night Rain because it was a setup to see if you would disrespect my game that's in my rotation right now. How dare you? Okay. Now first of all, it brings all it brings all of the beautiful gameplay, the beautiful scenery, the entire shebang from the original Elden Rings, right? It's even pulling in some actual Dark Souls bosses, right? Like, come on. The only complaint, right, that we could possibly have about Elden Ring Night Rain is the inability to verbally communicate with your allies, and also it not being cross plat. Okay.
And it's repetitive.
Uh, and so what? No, it's not. First of
Yes,
all,
it
they be
is.
mixing the bosses up. Not in the let me tell you, as somebody who plays this shit every single day,
That he
I'm
does.
gonna tell you something. Yeah, I do. I does. Okay, look, no. Okay, on a serious note, I think what they do is that they do randomize it, right? Because I've sat here and I've played the first boss, right? The three-headed dog. Shit. I remember one time I played him like 8 times in one day. And every time I played him, it was a different map setup. I can't say that the bosses generally on night one and night two were were the same every single time I played, but for the majority of the time, yes. I'd give them, let's say out of the 8 times I played, I think I ran into the same bosses um night one and night two, I'll say at least like 6 times, right? So can they randomize it a little bit more? Absolutely. Should they? Absolutely. But for the most part, Elden Ring Night Rain should be in the conversation for Game of the Year. It absolutely should. I mean, and how could it not be when its predecessors literally was Game of the Year?
That's because it had more to offer.
Okay, the fact that you have to lean into the mic to make your point just makes it even more invalid. Cares? Like what? Okay, just because you can't get past the fourth boss, don't mean that the game should not be in the conversation for Game of the Year. Okay, thank you. And B, when we playing again, because I need friends to play with.
Y'all see this, right? Okay. And we're going to leave it at that. We're going to leave it at that.
Thank you, Elden Ring slander. Thank you, Loli. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, the disrespect. It's phenomenal. Can't believe it.
You crying?
He can't hear none of the sounds, guys. Only you all can hear the sounds.
That's fucking crazy.
So we're going to do it one more time.
You know what? I got you right now. I'm not. Now I can hear. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can hear it?
Yup.
You crying?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I still can't hear it. Oh, wait, I did. Ain't nobody crying. What the fuck? You asshole. Ain't nobody crying.
Oh God.
Oh shit.
Um. See. Okay. This is my when I say Queen. Thank you for the hydrate. Appreciate that. When I say the Elden Ring is, she said, "Oop, rude and begging."
Shit, Loli always bringing up stuff from the past. We have been finished talking about that. That's crazy on your part.
The Petty Pair Podcast.
Loli is diabolical, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
The Petty Pair Podcast is hilarious. See, now the reason I'm saying that I don't believe it's contender of the year is because it it randomizes bosses, but the process is still the same. Regardless of you randomizing the bosses, when you start the game off, you come in, go to your first camp, loot your first camp, and then just continue on until it's the first night. Now you fight the first boss. Repeat cycle 2. You do pretty much the same thing. You might go back and hit camps that you couldn't hit before, but boom, now cycle 3. Now you're fighting the second boss. Then you go straight to the main boss. And it's the same thing each time. That compared to Elden Ring, where you actually could run around everywhere, and I understand that they made it like, to the point of like, what, how would I want to say it? Like, they made it more of a battle royale style of game. Like, I get that. But Elden Ring itself deserved Game of the Year because of the innovativeness of, honestly, and this is going to sound so dumb to so many people, adding a jump button.
That's literally all it was.
Like,
That's
like,
legitimately what set Elden Ring apart from Dark Souls, was adding a jump button. I'm not even gonna lie.
so like it that, and then on top of that, you had the ability to run into a random boss no matter where you went.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that to me was terrifying and so fun all at the same time. Elden Ring was my first true Souls game. Like, that was the first game that was a Souls game or Souls like that I really played and beat. Now I'm still in the DLC, so y'all can leave me alone. But like, that was the first one that I really actually played and beat. And I got Night Rain because Pope was like, what do you think about it? At first, I was real skeptical about it, but then I went, okay, I'm going to give it a try. Plus, I'm going to play it primarily with Pope, which I do whenever I jump on. It's with Pope. And I enjoy myself. But and that's the other thing about Night Rain. Night Rain, honestly, is much more fun when you're with your friends playing that game.
Absolutely.
If you're not playing with your friends, that game
It's terrifying.
is it's
It's
literally
terrifying.
going to
Yeah.
make you so scared and mad all at the same
At
time.
the same time.
All at the same time.
But you know what? I think the only thing to combat that, which I've recently found out, is that there's a scaling, right? So like, and it's backwards from the original Elden Rings. So in the original Elden Rings, if you had more people come into your world, right? Like if you had your friends come in, your allies, it would make the game significantly more difficult, right? The scaling is backwards for Night Rain because you start off with 3 people. If you start losing individuals, which I've experienced here in like the last few weeks, the randoms would leave if I didn't come to their ping, right? Like on night 1, you want to go to the castle and you want to start fighting those bosses, which in every single article that you read up on the game, that's not advised. You're not strong enough, right? You shouldn't be going to the castle at level 5, 6, or 7. right? You should probably try to hit that shit to like 9 or 10, and even then, it's still slightly, it's still slightly difficult. They'll end up dying 2 or 3 times. They'll lose their levels. They'll be mad. They'll leave. And what I found is that instead of the game shutting down and kicking everyone out, it would keep whomever didn't quit in. And 9 out of the 10 times, it'd be me. And what I found out, just even up to yesterday, I was playing, I ran into the Bell Bearing Hunter. And if anyone who has ever played that game, they know the Bell Bearing Hunter in Night Rain is perhaps the tankiest two-legged enemy that you'll face. He's as tanky as a fucking dragon, and just I'm just like completely immune to damn near anything that you do.
Black Air
I
Force
beat,
energy.
yeah, 100%. 100%. I had to become a police officer and tell him to stop resisting and tase him. But I ended up, but after beating him solo, I was like, wait, there's no fucking way. And with each hit that I did land on him, I paid attention to his health bar and how it was decreasing, and compared it to the times when I had a full team in there and what we were doing. And then it really sat in with me that the scaling is definitely different. It's a lot easier, right, to defeat these enemies when you are solo. Now, will you be able to accomplish more? Probably not, right? Because what happens is that everyone gets the ruin. So if we're on the opposite side of the map from each other and we both defeat a boss, we both still get those ruins that are supposed to be for us, right? The only thing is that we wouldn't get whatever the extra weapon or passive ability would be. But at the end of the day, you'll still get those runes, which is extremely important for leveling up, right? Because obviously on the third night, you want to be at least like level 12 or 13 in order to have a decent fighting experience against the last boss. But yeah, that's what I found out, B. So it's not so difficult. Like now it becomes a skill issue. You know what I'm saying? Like if you actually don't have the skill to play Elden Ring and you end up going it solo, or you end up getting left in the game, you are gonna get upset because you're gonna get trashed. So there's that part. Like I kind of figured it out there for a little bit
Not
after
it
getting
being a
left.
not it being a user error.
But definitely. It's not the game, it's you.
Like not it being a whole user error.
A
But
skill issue.
let's see. Let's kind of keep going with this list that we were talking about for game of the year. You
Mm-hmm,
got
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
another game comes out next month, and obviously this game has done wonders because it's coming out next month with its fourth game in the main series, and it has multiple spin-offs. Borderlands 4. Like that's another one that could be contender for game of the year. Mafia the Old Country.
Mm.
The Outer Worlds 2. Like, and that's just a couple games that that popped up that are true contenders of the year, that I believe could be contenders of the year, and that we haven't even touched yet. They haven't even come out yet, so we don't even know what they're going to be capable of.
That's
There's
true.
one here, right? There's one here. I don't know too much about it, but I also didn't hear bad or true good things about it. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
I didn't hear anything too much about it either.
So like we have so many games that are coming out, and of course, which is not till next year, but the infamous, because it's on this list, the infamous got Grand Theft Auto 6.
Oh Lord.
You know,
You know that's gonna get game of the year in its year when it does drop. That has been, I think, by far one of the most highly anticipated games. Like, and I think it's because it took so long for it to come out. What how many years? I
it's
think
been 12 years,
that's what I was, yeah, like for real. And GTA 5 is still pumping.
still pumping.
Like it's still pumping. But now I'm curious. Is that because of the actual love of the game, or is it because of these role playing servers? that generally rose up. Because I think there are a lot more people that are interested in the role playing servers than there are actually interested in the online game itself. That may be due to the hacking a lot, where you run into people that have flying fucking cars and are pulling RPGs and flamethrowers out of their ass. You know, that's the other part to it. It does not make the game enjoyable when you have to deal with that type of stuff. But when you go to a server where there's regulations, rules, the code of conduct, and people are actually role playing, it actually does make the game enjoyable. My wife and I were in Grizzly World RP for a couple years, and it was fun. I have to say, it was fun interacting with people, role playing. Of course, me and my ego, I was king of the fucking city. I was selling guns and bullets. Um, got arrested a few times. The times that I did get arrested, it was like this huge thing because apparently they had been watching me. And really, what it was when I became an admin in the server, what I understood was the first time I got arrested, and the comment that was made was like, "Yeah, you're a big deal. We've been waiting on you." And I was dumbfounded because I had quietly been selling guns and bullets for about like 4 months. But of course, on the back end, the admins can see a lot of stuff, so they kind of knew who it was and what was going on. They just had to bust me. Um, so yeah, I think the RP servers kind of kept GTA 5 alive, especially in these last few years. I'm gonna say like at least the last 3, 4 years. Um, but now with the rise of those servers, and we have GTA 6 coming out finally, yeah, GTA 6 is gonna be around for a long time, and it's definitely gonna get Game of the Year when it does come out. 100%.
What honestly has kept GTA 5 alive truly are kids. These
Mm.
kids
Mm-hmm.
truly have kept GTA 5 alive because they it's another crash out game for them. I mean it is. I
Yeah.
would say the first crash out game that they can do is Call of Duty.
I'll say Fortnite.
I can give you Fortnite. I can give you Fortnite and I can also say Call of Duty.
Yeah. I see Call of Duty. Yeah.
But GTA is 100% a fucking crash out game. Like
Super crash out. Yeah.
that is that's the moment to be able to just like fuck you, you stupid
Yeah. Yeah.
motherfucker. Like those, like it's
Yeah.
that moment
Yeah.
for them to really just be able to crash out and get away with whatever.
Yeah.
Get away with
Especially if their
whatever.
parents aren't home. Yeah.
100%. Shoot, some of them it don't even matter if the parents are home. But yet again, that's
Yeah.
not that type of podcast. That's a podcast for the Tough Talks. If you want to go see Tough
Man.
Talks, go to watch Tough Talks on the Clock app every Tuesday. Go watch it with King, aka Pope King X, and his wife, Lady Serenity, hooked on Serenity. You will find some tough conversations with tough talks. There we go. But that
Shameless
is
plug. Shameless
that
plug.
is it ain't shameless, it's a straight plug. We support over here. But like that's a true game. That's just a crash out game. And like I said, the kids are the ones who are keeping it alive. When I worked at my old school before the school I work at now, which the school that I worked at before was a behavioral school, so it was kids who had behavioral problems. If only you knew how much they talked about um GTA. They talked about GTA all the time. When we had lunch and tried to go ahead and or when we would let them watch videos, like we would put a video on the screen and like they get to choose what it was. They tried to pick GTA all the time. The kids right now are the ones who are keeping GTA alive. The adults get the benefit of the fact that the kids are the ones keeping GTA alive. Now, I'm not saying some adults ain't keeping it alive because there are definitely some. There are definitely some.
Definitely
Like
more children
if
than
you
adults,
talking
though. Yeah.
exactly, it's a
Yeah.
shit ton of children, shit ton of kids who are keeping it
Hmm.
alive. And when GTA 6 comes out and when they come out with online,
Yeah, it's gonna
GTA
be the
6
kids.
GTA 6 is going to be staying alive because of the kids, and GTA
Well,
6 will hopefully uh get its own game of the year because of the story, cuz it looks like it's going to be a good game, plus the visuals. As always, we can always say that about
beautiful.
about the visuals, but someone a YouTuber that I watch, his name is, if you all want to watch him, his name is Afro Senju XL. He is melanated, and we'll put it that way. But he is, why do you always do this? You always, you
He
always,
black.
he Bumbleclot. He, he always, he always, he was actually, what was he watching? I think it was the Summer Game Fest, and he was watching that and with about a bunch of his buddies, and they were streaming it. He streamed it on YouTube. Sorry, the Red app, and literally he was like, one thing about these games nowadays is we can't go off of visuals because all games nowadays look good, and that is, excuse me, but so true, so
Especially
true.
promo videos.
Right, pretty much every game that we get a visual of looks fantastic. Looks
Hmm.
fantastic. So that's where we have to go off of gameplay. That's where we have to go off of mechanics. That's when we have to go off of story.
Storyline. Yup.
Like there's so much now when it comes to video games that we can't go off of visuals anymore, because that's what we used to be able to go off of when you talking about PS1 to PS2
Hmm.
era. Shoot, and if you want to go further back, 64
Yup.
and Super Nintendo, like if you that's where we could go off of visuals. But now visuals are constantly, it's a consistent good looking game all the
Hmm.
time. Now it's okay, does the story make sense? Is the story good? Does it keep me
Yeah.
captivated? Does the mechanics in the game make me want to come back to play it more? Like,
Hmm.
and those are the things that are the true contenders for game of the year. That's what makes a true game of the year now. It ain't about
Yeah.
visuals no more. It is not about visuals no more, cuz everything looks good. Like, and I wish I didn't, and I wish I could sit here and say that everything doesn't look good, but the initial reaction to it is it looks good. That's the initial reaction. There's a game, I don't know if it's coming out this year or if it's next year, but a game called Phantom Blade, a PlayStation game. Oh my god, that game looks amazing. And then the combat and all that, but then it's like, okay, cool. This looks really nice, but does the combat actually match up with the trailers? Does the combat actually match up with the gameplay trailers that they're doing? Does the story match up with all of that? It's so much more now to game of the year than what we're used to what game of the year was.
No. I think the I think right after the visuals, I would say mechanics, right? Um, I'll take Black Myth Wukong for an example. I always refer back to that game. There was a point in time when I was just like, yo, this game is fucking stupid. But it's because I came from Elden Ring where they had, an in-depth combat system. In Wukong, the only parrying you have is after a particular move, um you would do is like an automatic parry, right? That was cool, but it wasn't like an actual parrying button if you had a certain weapon equipped, which I get it, every game is going to be different, but this is just when it comes down to the mechanics of the game. um is it something that we are going to be interested in? Is it something that makes sense? Right. And I think sometimes a lot of us, we just have to retrain our minds when we get these new games. We can't have that comparison to a game that we probably spent a year on making it our main game. Right. Um, And I think that's when we can actually start to appreciate the game that we're actually playing and have some type of love once we can understand how this game actually works. I think that may be the first thing right after visuals, because obviously it has to be visually attracting. It has to catch our eye. It has to be like, oh my God, this looks so cool. And then when you actually play the game, we're like, oh wow, this is actually pretty cool. Now, I think right after that, we can start discussing character development. Obviously there's going to be a main character, whatever character you pick, whatever character you're supposed to be. What is the development of that character in terms of their powers, in terms of their interactions with the NPCs? Then we're talking about storyline. So I think all of those things together, if they can get it to at least an 8 out of 10 rating, it can definitely be in a conversation for game of the year, right? I think when any of those factors are kind of off, or they don't pour in enough attention to those particular factors, then that's where we have a game that's starting to fail. But yeah, just going back to GTA 6, what you were saying, the kids are definitely gonna get that fine off the shelf. Um, the adults are gonna be the front runners, of course, and the kids are gonna definitely be right behind them.
The kids are going to be the longevity.
Yes,
That's what it is.
yes,
The
yeah,
adults are the front runners because of the fact that we're the ones that's going to be, of course, buying it for us and
mhm,
for the kids. But the
yes,
kids are going to be the longevity of the game. They're the ones that are, like I said,
yes.
they're going to be the ones that are keeping it going right now.
For the next
So
10,
like,
12 years,
right,
15 years, yeah.
right. And so like that's the thing. And then we'll also, when it comes to game of the year too, we have to also put into consideration kind of what you were just saying about Wukong. What
Mhm.
other things about the game outside of those three main things, the mechanics, the gameplay, and the visuals, what else does it give us
Mhm.
that makes it game of the year? And or at least a game of the year front runner. And that's where Wukong had, can we get a hydrate?
Yeah, I was just about to.
Lord
Yeah,
Jesus, can we get a hydrate?
yeah,
Um like that's another thing. Like Wukong had these different aspects to it that made it a contender. So like there,
I'll take it. I'll take it, lowly. I'll take it. I'll
thank you,
take it,
Lowly.
low.
Thank you, Lowly.
You didn't have to redeem, lowly. I'd have drank it after the Kamehameha hydrate. You got it, girl. I'm with you. I'm with you.
But but like yeah, like that's the thing now too. We gotta look past also those big three main factors and see what else the game is going to offer us that's going to be like, ooh, that's different
And,
than this game, which is
and
hard.
see, not and that kind of brings the conversation back to Wukong being snubbed for a game of the year, because if we're gonna have that conversation, then we have to acknowledge the fact that Wukong bridged Western and Eastern culture, right? It allowed Western culture to get an in-depth look into the Eastern culture and their stories and their gods and their beliefs. And I think when a game has the ability to become a teaching lesson, right? Or a teacher in general, I think then we can really actually start saying, hey, it's covered all the other bases. And now this is the cherry on top of this perfectly iced, beautifully baked cake. Why is it not game of the year? And I remember we had this conversation in a previous episode, and I think it was Sardico who said it best. It was literally, of course, Western culture versus Eastern culture, and all of these award shows and all of these things are being done in the Western culture. So we had to give it to, what was it? I forgot the game that got Game of the Year.
Astrobot.
Astrobot, right? Um, Still haven't played it, so I can't say anything negative about it in all honesty. But for it to beat out a game that literally taught us about a different culture, is something that is astonishing to me. Wukong, I believe that was such a major snub to the studio that had produced that.
which
Definitely.
which makes me scared
Mm-hmm.
for the game that comes out this month, Lost Souls Aside,
Mm.
because that's another one that's a Chinese developer. Same with Wu Chang Fallen Feathers,
I was just gonna say that. Yeah.
another Chinese developer. Though, if
Mm-hmm.
you- if it can at least, and don't get me wrong, I believe that the people who created the game, like those games, or at least I'm gonna go with Wukong, uh, look at it being a contender for Game of the Year as a win. That's a dub. No matter what you can say, your game was still contender of the year, a contender for Game of the Year. So that's still a dub. But like, if we're going in that route, then that's gonna make the game. That's gonna really make it so games like Wu Chang or like Wu Chang and Lost Souls aside, they're going to struggle. No matter how good they are, they're
Yeah.
going to struggle. And again, like that's wrong. That is wrong. But again, if you want to get into stuff like that, you can go to Tough Talks on Tuesdays because that's where you're gonna have those real strong conversations. But still, so like, yeah, game of the year, another conversation that we could,
Be
Lord,
here
we
for
could we
hours.
could talk about it forever.
Yeah.
Talk about it forever. Pope, what's our next topic, good sir?
All right, guys. Let me see here. We are 2 hours and 50 minutes in. I want to say I appreciate everyone for being here with us, still rocking out with us. We are definitely going over our mark here, but I mean, great vibes demanded. No complaints here. But just to move along, we are running into our comics category. Okay, and now remind me. I know it was the Watchmen versus who did we pick?
Watchmen versus Agents of Wakanda.
Okay, awesome. So for our comics category, we have The Watchmen versus Agents of Wakanda, right? We want to know your feedback on it, in terms of who would you prefer, who do you think is a better group, down to the superpowers. We don't have to get too in depth or detailed about it, but if you comic heads are here in the chat with us, definitely give us your feedback on how you feel about it. Now I personally have never heard of Agents of Wakanda. I'm not gonna lie to you guys at all. Watchmen, I'm not so in depth about it. The most I know about the Watchmen is a movie that came out. Now when it comes to the whole comic aspect of it, I'm not a pro in terms of knowledge when it comes to that. But I mean, if I have to choose, I'm just gonna be biased. I'm gonna choose Agents of Wakanda. Black Panthers in that group apparently. What's her name again? I can't pronounce it. The head
Okoye.
guard. Oye, absolutely loved
Okoye.
her. Okoye. Absolutely love her. That
This
bald-headed
man
demon.
this man said Oye. That's what he said.
Oh, I did say
There's
Oye.
a
I did
K
say
in there
Oye.
and he said Oye.
All right, okay. Well, the bald-headed demon,
The
the fish
boy,
man,
you
the
boy-headed demon.
bald-headed demon.
You know what? Oh, that's gonna be a sound. We're having that. We're gonna have to have that. That's too funny. You boy-headed demon.
Also, too, I believe another individual that was in that group that I actually do like was what was his name?
Morbius.
Morbius.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So those are the three that I recognize. Those are three that I know about. So just based off of that, like I said, I don't know too much about the Watchmen. They don't look so great to me. I don't really know what's the big hype about them, but I'm gonna choose Agents of Wakanda over them. But yeah, you guys let me know what you think. B.
I'm kind of on the same page as him. I don't know a whole bunch of about the Watchmen. I don't know about bunch about either, to be very honest with you. But the Agents of Wakanda give me more of an interest. But I think, of course, that's because, and yet again, bias.
Mm-hmm.
I know some of the characters. So if you don't know the characters that are in Agents of Wakanda, you have Black Panther, Okoye, American Eagle, Fat Cobra, Gorilla Man, Kazar, Man Wolf, Mockingbird, Morbius, the Living Vampire, Ursa Major, and then the Wasp. Already, just from this list, I know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of like the almost 10-ish characters. So like Okoye is mother. So like right there, like that is enough for me to like that. Whereas the Watchmen, they have, let me see.
Dr. Manhattan, Night Owl, Edward Blake, Silk Spectre, Sally Jupiter, Hooded Justice.
The Comedian.
Who the fuck are these people? Like, what? Twilight Lady. Who the fuck is that? My bad.
Oh shit. But realistically though, it's that. It's like we don't know much about them, and just hearing and I don't know much about them outside of the movie. And then the movie don't help because all it is blue slanging dingalang. Like
Yeah, Dr. Manhattan.
Dr.
Big giant dick running around. That's it. Big blue dick. You
Now,
want to see some big blue
now,
dick? Go check out Dr. Manhattan and watch him. Like, I don't. Like, what?
now something that I do know about at least Dr. Manhattan is that in The Watchmen, he is extremely powerful. He's probably the most broken of all of them. But that's from the movie. I don't know any past that. So don't kill me in the chat and in the comments. But like,
well, they're saying that he's considered one of the most powerful entities in the Watchmen universe and even in the DC multiverse itself. He's supposed to be treated as a being so powerful, some characters has mistaken him for God itself. Though in reality, despite his vast cosmic abilities, he's not truly omnipotent being. So he's definitely considered
damn near divinity.
Yeah, an OP character. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I just looked something up. What is this Owlman?
Lowly.
Why the hell does he look like Batman? Oh, Night Owl? Fuck, you looking like Batman for?
So, and that's the other thing too, guys. The Watchmen are DC characters. So they're almost like, some of them are like spin-offs of some of the characters. The Owlman that he just talked about, he's Night Owl too.
He looks just like Batman.
He's damn near a spin-off of Batman. So like it's really intriguing to me. It's really intriguing. Oh God, Loli.
Captain Metropolis? Fuck.
Yeah, it's really intriguing to me, but like I would have to go more with Agents of Wakanda. Like I said, there, and I mean, don't, besides hearing someone's name that's American Eagle, he's a literal clothing brand. But and then Fat Cobra, I don't understand that, but I don't know much about him. That now that making see, and just hearing his name made me want to just click on him. An immortal weapon brawler, Fat Cobra fights heartily, consumes mightily, and lives life fully. That's a lot of lees. Let's see, like what's even his powers? Like what is, he's superhuman, yeah, superhuman strength, super speed, durability, regeneration, slowed, aging, harnessed, spiritual energy. He uses martial arts, hand-to-hand combat. That already sounds more appealing. Let's go to the clothing brand. Let's see what the clothing brand brings to the table. Apparently nothing. Because I don't even see no powers. He got no abilities.
Are you talking about American Eagle?
American Eagle. He got no abilities. It doesn't even say that he's a super, like used like a super serum or something. Like he just, yeah, he's just here. Kazar, I feel like, and see, I feel like I know Kazar. Let me see. Maybe not. He's just a prehistoric person. Like, but still, but basically what I'm saying is when it comes to like if you gave me the option, I want to learn more about these characters and I want to learn more about Watchmen. And like that's kind of my if and buts about it. Like I want to learn more about these characters and I want to learn about Watchmen. Loli says yes, he got a fat cobra. Let me find. Jesus.
I'm sorry. What was the topic? Yes, he got a yo.
Hero valid.
Appreciate that alert,
disrespect.
Queen. Loli is out of control.
Loli's always out of pocket. All the time.
Out of pocket, out of control, out of order.
Literally. Literally. All the time. But you know what, Loli?
Holy smokes.
You know what, Loli? We love you and we would not ask for nothing different.
Absolutely.
My Lord.
Don't change who you are ever, because that
Not
shit is
at
real.
all.
I love it.
Not at all. We would not ask for nothing different. Oh, nice to see you comment something, Tiana.
Ooh, see Tiana, you see how I appreciated the comment, and you see how he kind of reacted to it. That lets you know who really deleted your comment earlier. I'm just saying, you should take that into account, and really think about it. Just look at the way you're being treated. I appreciate your LOL. Thank you so much, Loli. I mean, Tiana.
So he don't even know who he talking to, first off, and then second off, he brought the whole situation back up and went into detail about it. So like I'm gonna just let that go. I'm gonna just let that be there.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I was just saying that I appreciated her LOL.
All right. Yeah, so let's just find, like, from you all, is there anything that how you all believe or feel about Agents of Wakanda versus Watchmen? If not, we'll probably go ahead and segue into our next segment, which is the bonus segment. But
we
huh?
I say, ooh, I am ready for the bonus. The bonus is fun.
It is.
The bonus is fun. I'm gonna enjoy the bonus.
It is, and we know that there's gonna be some conversation with the bonus question.
Absolutely, it better be some conversation because it's
will.
important. Yeah, definitely for us melanated people.
Yeah, who we have a lot in here. we got a lot in here. Just saying. So, but yeah. So if anybody doesn't have anything to the petty pair strikes back. Oh my god.
Revenge of the Petty Pair. Yo, we could be a Star Wars saga. Like, I'm just saying.
Lily, you're making my head hurt. Revenge of the Petty Pair. That's hilarious.
Yes,
that's really funny.
Yeah.
You monkeys. Hello, monkeys.
Yeah, you're diabolical for that, bro. I swear.
All right, so it doesn't look like that anybody has anything else to say, and we're about to hit our last half hour mark, which is perfect. This is perfect timing. So with that, our bonus question, and this is for everybody that is in here who, no offense to anybody who's not melanated, but this is for our melanated folks. Do we have, which by the way, this is actually a question that came from a person who is a part of our Discord. If you are not a part of our Discord, please, you can join it just from going to the bottom of our page on Twitch, or something that I'm gonna have to apparently work on again is the stream elements. But definitely you can go to the bottom of our page in order to get the Discord, to get to the Discord. But this came from a Discord member, and I don't really want to butcher her name, but if I'm correct, it was Kyoko.
My senpai.
Kyoko senpai. And she asked, do we have representation in anime, games, and comic books? And she is meaning, are we as black people truly represented in anime, video games, and comic books? King, I'm gonna let you start this.
Okay, so like B was saying, this question came from our Discord. If you guys are not in the Discord, the link has just been posted. There's a section in Discord that says hot takes, where we do take your questions into consideration for topics on our podcast. And honestly, to jump into it, do we finally have representation? It's about damn time. Cause look, for so long we have been seeing a lot of anime and a lot of the video games where, let me backtrack, right? Now when we talk about representation, are we talking about MC or are we talking about support character? Let me actually crack this open for a little bit, right?
That's a good question.
Because we can have representation, right? But are we is this story about us? Okay, or are we just a support character that's eventually going to die off? All right, are we a Yamcha in Dragon Ball Z, or are we Goku? Okay, are you like which one is it? And I think, to honestly answer the question, no. I don't think, and I'll say no with a follow up. No, I don't think that we have enough representation. I don't think that the representation is there significantly, because we're still having, and of course, no offense to non-melanated, right? We're still having so many video games with the main characters being white. We have so many comics that are coming up, or that have been out, and the majority of the characters are white, if not all of them. Okay. Um, we can joke around and say some of them have Black Force energy, this and the third, but they're not actually a representation of a melanated individual, right? We can look at anime, which I think is one of the biggest um representations, right, out there. The majority of them are white. Okay, you have some that have side characters that are melanated, but it's not a great representation for us, right? And I always segue back into Dragon Ball Z. Mr. Popo, seriously, right? Mr. Popo, and of course this is the Eastern culture, and this is how they view us, this is how they drew us, this is how they wrote us. But I'm curious about that, B, because did they get that from necessarily the Western culture and how we were depicted,
They had,
right?
in my opinion, they had to, because
Because that's really where it came from.
because that's where it all started. Big lips, big pink lips, or red lips,
Mm-hmm.
whatever you want to call it, with extremely
Mm-hmm.
dark skin.
Yes. I mean, and when we say extremely dark, we're talking about pitch black dark, right? The beady eyes, that was a representation for us. So if we fast forward 2025, can we honestly say that in the video games, in the comics, even in the anime, that there is a significant representation? No. Right? Afro Samurai, probably, one of the greatest, in my personal opinion, one of the greatest animes that I've ever seen. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it was all black. I would feel like it's a great representation for us, right? The MC was black, and if I'm not mistaken, his opponents were primarily white. So if that's not one hell of a representation for us, I don't really know what is. If we want to go into video games, um, I'll look at Mortal Kombat. Jax, okay, was he? I think he was the only black character in Mortal Kombat. I don't remember there being another black character in Mortal Kombat. I think if we look at the more recent games, I think his daughter is actually in them, but I mean that's as close as we're getting to a representation, right, for that game. If we look at other games, let's look at shit. I'll even say Helldivers. We never necessarily see them take their helmets off, but it's once again, even from the opening video, it's a white guy who's talking. It's not enough. It's not enough black. It's just not enough. And to have that happening in this day and age, I think is 100% diabolical. No jokes about it. I mean, we have black authors. We have I think we've come enough where we have black animators that could be in these studios, but and now this is segueing into obviously a topic of conversation for my wife and I's podcast on Tuesdays. But it's touching into the realm of racism. Like, let's just be honest about it. In 2025, the fact that melanated individuals do not have a great representation for themselves in anime, video games, and comics, I mean, that's a travesty. Like, look at how much we've contributed to these things, right? We have the designers, we have the artists, we have the writers. Why are we not being represented more? Why is it still that the MC of some of the most successful animes are all white? Attack on Titan,
So
Demon Slayer,
they're
Solo
Japanese.
Leveling.
They're Japanese and
But
Korean. It's
yeah,
Asian. It's Asian, but I understand what you're saying.
they're Asian, but they look white. Like, B, what? Solo Leveling, you can literally say that could be an American freaking anime. The only way we know is Korean and Asian, right? Is because they're literally saying, yeah, Korea, yeah, from this country, from that country. They're literally saying that where they live are these places. But ain't none of them black. So ain't no black people in Korea. That's what you telling me? Ain't no black people on the east side of the planet. That's what you telling me. That's what I'm supposed to believe, right?
That almost brought out
Goku could
his Caribbean accent.
listen. Goku could have been black. Matter of fact, Vegeta could have been black. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. But you gonna make the white boy who say monkeys all day long, you gonna make him black, right? We got a black Frieza on the way. That's what we doing. That's what we doing. Okay, that's my take on it.
Oh, oh God! The last part shouldn't have been funny, but that was funny.
Just saying. Yo.
So, all right, here goes the devil's advocate.
Almost choked.
So, okay, I believe personally the answer, yes, the answer is still no. There's not enough representation, but you can slightly see where they're attempting. But when I say slightly, I mean slightly. The progress for this is extremely slow. Yes, you see every once in a while a black person gets put into an anime, a video game, or whatever. But at the same time, like King said, we also see where they get taken out almost immediately. And let's be real, it took an extremely long time for us to be able to even say that it doesn't happen as much anymore in movies. So if it's taken us this long for us to get to that point in movies, and we're still pretty far behind in games and anime, Comic books is a little bit of a it's a little up in the air because you have the Miles Morales of the world. You have new the Falcon who is now Captain America of the worlds. You have the Black Panthers, the Storms. You have all comic books has a little bit more representation than video games and anime. And I understand that a lot of anime is based in Japan, but or Korea. But just like King said, you saying there's none of us over there? Cause we over there. We over there. Not just so we over there, we mixing with your kids. We making different kids over there. So we over there. We're definitely over there, but I feel like it's really it's a slow wine. Hello, Oreo the Duchess. Welcome in. Um love you.
Chiz, 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 chiz,
Duchess.
chiz, chiz.
Duchess. But again, like I said, the comic book side of things, yeah, the comic book side has more representation than the anime and the video game side. I can't really think of many video games. Now let's go to the video game part of this. I can't think of many video games outside of one that's an anime that got converted to a video game where the main character is black. And the game that the game I'm talking about that's originally an anime is Afro Samurai. The main character, I need to get that game back because damn, that was a good game. But the main character is a black character, voiced by a black man, a mighty famous black man at that. So like, it's really it's sad. The progression is slow. The progression is extremely slow. It's starting, but it's taking its sweet old time to get there. And we should already be past just one of the three of these categories. We should at least have two.
Yeah, absolutely.
At least two. And working on the next. And
Definitely anime.
Video games, I believe, if anything, should be the next one outside of comic books.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think if anything,
go ahead.
No, go ahead, B.
I was just gonna say anime to me is gonna be the one that's the hardest to get into. That's gonna be the hardest because it's overseas. Because it's overseas. But then that also stems to that one statement that we said, West versus East.
Yeah.
Or West versus, what is it? Sorry, I think I said it wrong.
Eastern is Western versus Eastern culture.
Yes, Western versus Eastern culture. So again, now that's why you understand why I say it's going to be harder for us to intermingle into that if we are already stopping them from being great over here, if that makes sense.
But you see, B, I think that is the vein of the issue, is that it's the Western culture, which does have a significant influence over the Eastern culture. So for us to see that, we're gonna have to go outside of those. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna have to go, dare I say, Africa. I don't know if it's there, but I'm pretty damn sure that they've got some black authors that are making black comics that are circulating in those countries in Africa, right? Where they're famous. Now, we could do a little bit of research on it, and I'm pretty sure they'll come up. Of course, they're not going to be so famous that they're going to be able to shape the Western culture or even get a foothold into the Eastern culture, which those two are leading. Well, I wouldn't say Western necessarily, but I know as far as Korea, Japan, and China is concerned, they are leading the anime categories, right? There's no doubt about it. They're trying to break in, I think, more into the gaming category, I could say. Um, but as far as comics are concerned, I know the West has that 100% unlocked. But once again, I think it's just where we are, right? If we were to take ourselves out of these cultures and these societies and go looking outside, I think we'd be able to find more representation for us. But then, of course, once again, you know, that's a tough talks conversation. Um, I think Duchess, I think Duchess might have just summed it up. She believes the issue is that our media doesn't show us enough to warrant international market interest, and that's
She
true.
always over here using big ass words.
That it's it's true though. It's true. What
It
the
is.
media shows us what they want us to see in order to keep us where they need us, right? And as
Which
soon as we
is
start venturing out,
which is
yeah.
also in every country. Every country does this.
Mm-hmm.
Where
Yes.
they want you can only watch what we want you to really watch. And yes,
Mm-hmm.
we'll give you glimpses of this, of other things from other countries, but if you
Mm-hmm.
really want to watch those things, you got to find your own means. That's where people come up with ideas like NordVPN and stuff like that, to
Yes.
be able to go to watch and play other things from different
Mm-hmm.
countries. And that's wrong, because then you're stopping
Yeah.
everybody. And then that's when situations and conversations like this about us being black people, melanated people, colorful people, brown people, aren't being
Mm-hmm.
represented in these three categories. And this is just a category that we're using for our podcast, but categories for King's podcast, which are tougher than this. So like, it's really sad to sit here and be like, no, we're not really represented in these things. Because again, I still can't think of another game where the main character is a black person. I really cannot think of another game outside of Afro Samurai. I legit, I'm sitting here really trying to. If I googled
Yeah.
it, yes, you'll find something. But off the top of the dome, I
Yeah.
cannot
Yeah.
think of anything else. I can't think
Yeah.
of any other game where the main character is a black person. And that
Yeah.
is so, it's wrong. It's so wrong.
It's even
It's
worse because 2025, look how
no,
far we've come as a people.
no,
Assassin's Creed,
no, Duchess.
no, the MC
No,
was white.
no.
The main character was white.
In all of the other
Hmm.
in all of the original games, they're Italian.
Hmm.
And then the newest game, he is his co-host or what protagonist is Japanese. But it took it took a Japanese person and the game to be in Japan for it to even have a black game or a black character. He
Mm.
still has to have, it's not him solely by himself. There is one Assassin's Creed game that does that, but it's not main title.
Hmm.
There's one Assassin's Creed that does a black character, and he's not a main title character. Like, he's not a character. And also I think he's DLC. I think it's DLC to play as him. So he is, it's not like playing the full game as this character, and that's the problem. That is the true problem.
That even reminded me of oh my god, Shadows of Mordor, right? Was a game that I almost perfected. It's on my PlayStation. Absolutely love the game. Um there is a black MC, but he is a DLC as well. The main MC is white.
Hmm.
Then there's an elf who, believe it or not, the representations for elves are white, which is crazy because in some shows that we've seen today in the last 2 years, there's black elves as well. Of course, these are fictional
All
characters, so they
different,
could they
all
they could
different
be
races.
whatever color, gender, race, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But once again, in this video game, the MC is a white boy. 100%. Now you can get a DLC and it'll be a black guy, and he is 100% dumbed down. I think there it's three of them that can be MCs, right? You have the elf woman, you have the original MC, and then you have the black guy, and the black guy's a human. And literally in the game, it tells you if he dies, you start from scratch. So it's 100 times harder. You cannot die with him. He doesn't have half as many powers and abilities as the rest of them. So once again, that's a poor representation in a video game of for us. And I think that's what it comes down to. Now, Dutch is just saying a lot of the indie games have black characters, but are those great representations? Are those representations that we we can take to our kids and be like, here, um now these indie games, obviously they're not as popular for whatever reasons. Could be visuals, could be mechanics, could be stories, could be whatever, right? We can't necessarily say that, oh, it's because it's a black MC or the cast is primarily black, it's all black, that's the reason why. But most indie games don't necessarily get that much of a big hype. Um but I think honestly it like I said before, I think it generally just comes down to racism. um there's no reason why in 2025, the year 2025, we should be having this type of conversation and having to acknowledge the fact that there is not a significant representation for melanated people in these three categories when there absolutely should be.
I agree. I agree. It's sad. It's sad to have this conversation, just like it was sad to have the conversation about women's representation
Mm-hmm.
in video games, anime, and comic books. So like all that it proves, honestly, and this is to everybody, whoever's here, all this proves is that we people we got to do better. We really do. We got to do better. All different countries. BGM played one recently. It was a platformer. BGM played one recently. It was a platformer. Huh? What game are you talking about? Dad, you got me thinking. Hold on. Like what? I play too many games. Um did I stream this game, or did I play it in the living room? Cuz like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know which one we're talking about, but yeah, this is a conversation that honestly we shouldn't even have to have. Realistically, it should be a yes. Next question.
Yeah.
Like that's really where this is at. Like it should be a yes. We do have the representation. And next question. You played it in the living room. Indie game? I don't know which one you talking about. I really don't. I'm sitting here trying to I have too many games. I got too many games. Oh, and actually, this brings up another thing. The only time that you really get the character had powers through his ancestors or something. Are you thinking of the Prince of Persia game? That's the only one I could think of because that's a platformer. Um, but Another thing that this kind of brings up for me too is the only time that you really do get black representation as the main character is when you can create your own main character.
That part. Yeah.
Xenoverse,
Mm.
uh, the game that I'm one of the games I'm streaming on random Mondays, Avowed, um,
Mm-hmm. El, 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 Elden Ring.
I mean Elden Ring, true. You don't see the
Mm-hmm.
face all the time, but yes, you create your own character. Dragon Age, like those are the only type of games that you actually you are the main character when you create your own character. And like, and I'm looking back at Queen, which made me think of GTA, and GTA is another one. Now I can say this, where the main character was black, and that was GTA Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Yes. And that one was so loved. Oh my lord. We absolutely love San Andreas.
Because it was true representation of us.
Yep. And the things that we had to go through, the struggles, like down to the T, even the gang fights. Absolutely.
Girl, I did not play
Absolutely.
this. You are so wrong. I did not play this game. I think you are thinking of the Prince of Persia because it's platformer, but I didn't play this. Not at all. I want to,
Mm,
but I have not. But yeah, it's games like those, you know, where you got to create your own character to be the main character,
mm-hmm.
and that is
That's sad, man.
it is. It really is.
It's sad.
It's sucky. Like it's such a sucky thing. It is such a sucky thing.
Oh, and B, because I saw you had downloaded that Game of Thrones one. What was it called again? That one I was
I know
talking
which one.
about.
Yeah, I know which one
Yeah,
you're talking about.
no black representation in that at all. None whatsoever. None whatsoever.
And
Like I'm like,
it's another one where you create your own
you create your own
character.
character. Yep.
That's the
That's why
only
I
way
brought
you
that up.
getting your black representation.
Yeah, it's true. In Elden Ring, I used to purposely walk around without a helmet, especially when I did PvP, so you can know you can't beat on by a black man. I don't give a fuck how you feel about it. And he had dreads, and it was white. I'm out here looking like Jesus depicted in the Bible. Stop playing with me, gang. Yeah, yeah. And as soon as I was able to turn my eyes was fiery red, it was on and popping. Get these hands laid upon you. Fuck wrong with you? Oh shit.
I cannot. But everybody, basically the answer to that question, no. Uh, are we a little biased? 100%, because we're black people.
What?
But like,
Yeah.
but
Did you
but
not know?
but that open your eyes.
Yeah.
Take the cotton out your ears and
That we
stick it in your
picked.
mouth. And if you don't know, ask
Now
your
you
mama.
know.
If you don't know, ask your mama. But everyone, we appreciate you all so much for being here. You
Yeah.
all, as always, make this podcast an amazing podcast. Shout out to Lowly,
Yeah,
Queen,
yeah.
Donathan, Tiana, Oreo the Duchess. I believe Lady Serenity was also one. Um, who else did we have? Serdico. Shout out to everybody who was here, because I know some of them, of course, left due to other obligations. But shout out to everybody who
Jeez.
was here, and shout out to everyone who even just came and just stopped in, whether you said nothing, whether you said something or you didn't say nothing. We still appreciate you. I hope everybody has a great rest of their night. We hope that everybody has a great rest of their night. We will definitely be back again next Thursday for another Power Up Pair podcast where we talk everything anime, video games, and comic books. Also, just as a heads up, later on in the month, we will be having our special guest. Again, another special guest later on in the month, near the end of the month. So please look forward to that.
Yes.
If you have not followed, please follow the Power Pair podcast. We have nothing but chaotic energy, which is amazing. Keeps you entertained. Okay. Please, if you have not followed, follow the Power Pair podcast. If you would like to do donations, no, we are not requesting, we are not begging, we ain't doing none of that. We're also ain't forcing your hand. If you would like to, we appreciate you so much. Everything that is donated to us will be put right back into our stream. Lastly, if you have not followed the Power Pair Podcast Discord or joined the Power Pair Podcast Discord, please join the Discord. Link is in the chat right now where you can join in, jump in on some of the hot takes, be a part of the conversation, and maybe your topic that you have stated will get brought into our stream, just like one that happened today. So, with that being said, everyone, you all are fantastic. We appreciate every last one of you, and thank you for being here with the Power Pair podcast, where you can gain a little bit of power up. We will see you
Hold on.
all up.
Hold
What's
on, B.
up? What's
Hold on.
up?
Hold
What's
on.
up? What's
I
good?
just want to let them know, man. Since we're affiliate, we can raid. We can raid out. So, I mean, can we raid out to somebody real quick? I see Donathan is online playing Final Fantasy.
Oh,
You
he
know,
ain't want to
can
say nothing. Oh, the disrespect.
it's all right, man. Listen, guys, just to build up on what B said, we appreciate you guys being here for these 3 hours. Those that came and left, and those that are still here. We love y'all. We'll be back again next week, Thursday. Same time, same vibes, same love. And we're gonna go ahead and raid out to our buddy Donathan. He's currently playing Final Fantasy. If you guys haven't followed, definitely followed. Show him some love. We would definitely appreciate it. Nothing but
100%.
love, guys.
We appreciate you all as always. Thank you, T, for the W podcast. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you too. And again, thank you for joining where you all gained a little bit of power up with the Power Pair podcast. We will see you all in the next one next Thursday. Peace out.